And with that, hello everyone and welcome back to Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. Last time we did a bunch of side quests, I believe, and we are now supposed to go to Have Revenue Village. We found another Praiser on the way. I can't quite remember his name. It was another elite Praiser, let's say that way. Or senior Praiser is how they call it, I think. Who can work in every region. I'm not sure what his name was. I think Sherazad mentioned the name of his, but I'm actually not quite sure. But anyway, we are on our way to Revenue Village now. I think we're done with all the side quests, don't we? Yeah. Missing Airliner and Missing Airliner 2. The rest we did already. So let's go to Revenue Village. We were there once before and took care of the monster. Was roaming around there. Miss, wow. Starting out with a miss, that's not nice. Sherazad can finish it off though. There we go.
Oh, are we done already?
Alrighty. I think we're going the right way, do we? Yes, Revenue Village. It's not that far off. What are they doing? What are they doing? Doesn't seem nice, whatever they are doing. I could try to do a dual attack. A dual strike on him. Let's try it out. Both are missed. That's not nice at all. Not nice at all. Alright, at least we can kill this guy off at least. There we go. Now we do a normal attack. It's better in the end.
We're good to go!
Alrighty. And we should be here. There we are. Alright, let's see what we can find out about the sighting. So what do you just suggest? Should we just go talk to all the villagers? People would be suspicious of us if we did that all of a sudden. I think we should talk to the village elder first and see what he has to say about it. Okay. Alrighty, let's do that. Let's talk to anyone else anyway. Huh? Are you guys visitors? If you're looking for the village elder's house, it's just up the hill in the back of the village. Louis hasn't come over recently. I wonder if something happened. General goods. This village is close to the border and was one of the first places to be occupied during the war. There were so many victims back then, and the deep wounds in people's hearts still have yet to heal over. Anything we might need? Luscious orange. Oh, we already have all of those, okay. Moonlight Path. I'd like to recommend the squeeze juice in the bar on the second floor if I could. Please give it a try if you'd like. Okay. Welcome! If you're here for a drink, I recommend that you try our various types of fruit wines. All ingredients are the freshest and finest of all above. That sounds great, but if you don't mind me asking, this place wasn't around before, was it? Yes, that's right. We just opened the place recently. I hope you'll come visit us often. So what's the recommended item on your menu right now? Let's see, the pomegranate wine and the apricot tart set is delightful. Shower, shouldn't we be investigating things first? And that's exactly what we're doing. Speaking with local residents can net us some information as well. You don't need to be in such a hurry. I wonder if she's really serious about what she says. Who knows? but whenever it comes to her and alcohol, her credibility isn't that great. Alrighty. Apple ice cream and fresh juice. Spy win. Fruit juice with thoroughly squeezed fruit extracts, and fruit icy cream with the tartness of fresh apples. Alright. So that's new, the bar. Good to know. Still some wine around here, can't we just snatch that? If you're looking for my husband, he's always at the orchard. Even when I call him for meals, he ends up coming an hour later. And by that time, his meal's already cold. Well, that's what happens if you're late for your meal. Have you visited the gravesite here in the village? That large tombstone is dedicated to the victims who died in the 100 Days' War. 10 years ago, this village suffered greatly because of the fighting. And even today, I still see that horrific scene sometimes in my dreams. That's never good. A war is never good. I've been growing fruit here ever since this village was alive. Oh, wait. No. I've been growing fruit here even since this village was alive of its mining industry. When it comes to growing delicious fruit, I have no equal in this village. Right. Can't get eggs from them. That's unfortunate. My husband Pesca is really dedicated to his research. He works by day in the orchard and researches various means of cultivation by night. I moved to this village a number of years ago because I wanted to be an orchard farmer. I even purchased a new set of orbital farming equipment, which I've been studying how to use all my life. I'm going to grow and produce more fruit than anyone else. I'm actually looking to get out of the orchard business and start again as a merchant in boats. But there are still a number of problems hanging over this village. And if we can't find a way to resolve them, I just won't be able to leave this place with a clear conscience. That's why my wife and son have gone ahead to both without me. Ah, we already know that. The wife and the son told us about it already. Nobody believes me. It wasn't a dream either. Okay. So he probably saw a monster or something like that. Or another monster? Or... oh, he's probably the kid who saw the flying airship. Tell us. Septian calendar 1192. Here rest the souls of 6 righteous people who lost their lives in the flames of war. Leif, Abel, Nicole, Wilhelm, Irina, and Misha, may you all find rest with the goddess. I like the soundtrack of this game. It's peaceful and nice. It's locked. Still locked. That is the village elder house, I believe. Yeah, elder's house. The heat of flames, burning flesh, and the charred smell of blackened bones. Amidst the screams and cries of the villagers and their children. No matter how many years passed, the terrible events of the war remained ingrained in my mind. I see, you're all together. What brings you all up here today? Are you here for a visit? No, not exactly. We're actually here on business. Although, if it's possible, I'd really like a glass of your fruit wine. Oh, things in the world never go like you expect, do they? By the way, I never got a chance to ask you until now, but... you don't happen to be one of Agade's companions, do you? Well, we're all members of the same guild, but we're not companions exactly. Okay, Agate was his name. We know him by face, and that's probably about it. I see. So he's traveling by himself as usual, huh? The village elder closed his eyes for a moment as a look of sadness passed over his aged features. Is he his son, or what's the case? Huh? What's wrong, sir? It's nothing, really. Please pardon my expression. Anyway, what brings you to this rural village of ours? Don't tell me that another dangerous monster showed up in the area. No, actually, we're in the middle of an investigation concerning the missing airliner. We came here because we heard there was a report of some kind of sighting. I see. The Royal Army came here and investigated that the other day. However, they searched around the area and ended up leaving empty-handed. Really? Is that so? Well, what about the person who saw the flying silhouette in the sky? It was one of the children in the village here. A boy named Louis. He apparently saw some suspicious shadow making its way across the sky on the night of the incident. But he's a kid anyway. You think about it. Oh, he's a kid. Any way you think about it, so he may have just imagined the whole thing while he was half asleep. Imagine it, huh? I guess the best thing we can do then is ask him directly. I already saw him. You're probably right about that. Thank you for your time, sir. Don't mention it. If there's anything else I can help you with, don't hesitate to ask. Louis should be here somewhere in the village. The village is rather small, so I'm sure you'll be able to find him without any trouble. Indeed we do. It's not that far away. Just right over here. Hey, Louis. Huh? I haven't seen you guys around here before. Are you merchants here to buy fruit? Actually, no. We're here for a different reason. As a matter of fact, we're bracers. Bracers? You mean like agate? I don't know. You don't look all that strong to me. Especially 'cause you're a girl. Why don't you tell me how you really feel? But after seeing my great skill with the staff, do you think you can still call me weak? Wow, that's amazing. It's like a tornado. Haha, I hope you've learned your lesson that looks can be deceiving. Now, how about another amazing demonstration of my staff? Still, be careful. Wasn't it just yesterday that you hit yourself in the face doing that? Anyway, are you Louis by chance? Yeah. But how do you know my name? We heard from the village elder. He said you saw some kind of flying shadow. Do you think you could tell us a little bit more about what you saw that night? Sure, if you want. But the soldiers from the army already searched the place and didn't find anything. That's fine. We're not worried about that. Do you think you could just tell us what you saw? In as much detail as you can remember. Okay, I'll try. You see, I like watching the stars at night. So I often sneak out of my house at night to come here and look at the stars. And the other night, when I was out here looking up at the stars, I saw two shadows moving across the sky. Now, hold on a minute here. You say you saw two shadows? Yeah, that's right. And they were different sizes too, kind of like a mom leading a kid. Two shadows, two sizes. That's consistent with an airliner and a skybender ship, if you think about it. Yeah, the aircraft we ran across in the woods was definitely smaller than a typical airliner. And the two shadows just kept on flying north, until I couldn't see them anymore. So north it is. There's a trail that continues behind the village, and it leads to an old septium mine which was abandoned some time ago. The soldiers from the army supposedly searched the trail, but didn't come up with anything. That's why they said I must have been just dreaming. And then they laughed at me like I didn't know what I was talking about. little boy's eyes started to well up with tears. Ah, enough of that. You're a boy, right? Boys don't cry. We're not like those stupid soldiers. We don't think you're telling a lie either. And we're going to prove it. Really? Darn straight. Just leave it to us. So no more crying, okay? Okay. You're a real nice person. Haha, as usual, she's got a knack with the kids. Yeah, maybe it's a virtue. Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? It's nothing. Let's focus on the task at hand. It looks like we've got stuff to do. Alright. Let's hurry and get onto the trail behind the village and see what we can find. The two shadows I saw flying in the sky went north until I couldn't see them anymore. I know I wasn't dreaming. Alright, Louis. Guess we're gonna head north and find out what that's about. Definitely sounds suspicious, doesn't it? Should I rest? No, I don't need rest, really. Don't really... Oh, that's a wall. Abandoned mine. Could go there. Could also continue. Oh, that's new. That wasn't broken before. So that's definitely new. It was not broken before, I'm certain of that. Attacking me like that, it's not cool. Let's see, let's try out a bind whip. There we go.
Seems you came up short.
I think Joshua almost has a level up. Let's see, what do we want to explore? Let's explore here first. I'm gonna go to all the areas again. We're gonna do it that way, actually. Just so Joshua can get some help. There we go. I think that was a better plan than just straight up killing him with a craft.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Level up for Joshua. Level 16 now, everyone. Joshua learned taunt. Okay, he can taunt now as well. We got a royal leaf. It's a royal leaf, okay. That area's done. Let's check out this one. Not one of these, but it's preemptive, so that's good. Those did not explode. Yeah, those are just normal enemies. They do not explode.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Level return, we get some green ones again. That's good. I like green ones. And then we check out the last path over here. First we go north, I guess. Oh, we have a packer again, okay. Let's try out a bind whip, hopefully it's enough. Was enough. At least they do like no damage at all.
Piece of cake.
Burdock. That here could have been useful for Joshua. But well, that's how it goes, I guess.
That's that then. Let's move out.
We'll get at least a little bit of the green ones. Nothing here, there's another one of these. Those guys. Can I do a hurricane over here, for example? Yeah, I can. Good. It works out, and then we do a normal attack on this guy. And Joshua can finish off the other one.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Burdock and a royal leaf, and that should be it around here. Okay. Let's continue to the abandoned mine. First of all, we're gonna do safe. There we go. Quite a few ways to go. Preemptive, that's good. Miss, that's so good. They're always going after Joshua for some reason. Even though they do like no damage.
Piece of cake.
Poor Joshua. Oh, he saw me. He definitely saw me. Let's try to take him out. There we go, that works. We can try to bind whip to take him out. Wasn't enough though. Oh, he's stoned. Or petrified. Well, that's useful.
We're good to go.
Petrification seems really useful. Let's go first this way. That's preemptive already. Petrified again. And it's over.
Alright, we're good to go.
Alrighty. Okay. They're almost all together. Maybe we can do like a hurricane here. Let's see. Doesn't hit all of them, unfortunately. Well, I guess we go here then. Do Sylph and oh, I can only attack one. Okay. Well, might as well use that now. Oh, I did not attack him, really? That's unfortunate. He does a lot more damage than the other ones, apparently. Or he's buffed, I don't know.
We're good to go.
Another royal leaf. And that's the end here already. Turn back. And this way. The packer. Almost a one shot.
All right, we're good to go.
We have a lot of those orange ones now.
Piece of cake.
Alrighty, then we want to go this way. Is there an enemy? There was a chest, but we already looted the chest. Anyone here? There's one of these guys. Preemptive attack, that's good. Joshua seems to be a fast guy. He always gets 2 attacks, whereas the others only get 1 in. Oh shit. That was not planned. Down with him.
Alright, we rule.
And there is nothing here either, then let's continue to the abandoned mine. Revenue vine. Everything is destroyed for some reason. Why is it destroyed though? That's the question. The gate is secured with a heavy chain and padlock. This looks like the entrance to the abandoned mine. This kind of reminds me of the Malga mine, except for the fact that it's all deserted. It seems that this place was abandoned quite some time ago. The padlock and chain are rusted. It doesn't look like this gate has been opened recently, which means that there's no possibility that the Sky Bandits ended through here. I wonder if that's why the army never investigated this place. They're probably not going to find any clues searching around in an old mine, that's for sure. What's wrong, Estelle? Maybe it's just me, but do you feel any air flowing out of here? When you say out of here, do you mean the mine? Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Joshua wet the tip of his index finger and his tongue and held it out. You're right, Estelle. It's rather subtle, but there is air flowing out of here. Just like I thought, huh? Sometimes your senses can be surprisingly sharp, you know that? I wonder if you get that from your father. My dad doesn't have anything to do with it. But forget about that. Aren't you more interested in what's inside this old mine? There's certainly a possibility that it connects to somewhere. It's probably worth checking out. Well, in this case, let's just bust this lock off. Hey, don't you even think about doing that. For now, we'd better head back to the village and talk with the Elder. He might have the key. You're no fun, Shara. Alrighty, I guess we're going back. Well, I can swear this wasn't destroyed the last time we were here. I thought it was still intact. I Could be just me, I don't know. Let's head back. This time we don't necessarily need to explore all the things.
Alright, we're good to go.
This way. We've got him. Done with him. And then we just attack both this time.
Seems you came up short.
Alrighty, this way. There's another one hanging out here, and he saw me. Let's do another dual strike then. There we go. No damage taken.
Alright, we're good to go.
We get the first two quite often around here. But I really need green ones. Back in Revenue Village. And let's talk to the other. Where is he? Are you looking for my husband? Since it's this time of the day, I'm sure he's up at the graveside on the hill. Alright. Let's go there. So this is where you are, Elder Ryzen. Oh, it's you young braces, is it? Well, this is a rather extravagant grave for a small village like this, isn't it? It was erected to mourn all those souls we lost 10 years ago. Since the Bose region is nearest to the Empire, it was in the thick of the fray. And this village lost a number of good people in the hostilities. That's horrible. There's no need for you to get somber too. These days, cleaning this monument is just one of my daily routines. But I guess you wouldn't have come up here if you didn't think there was something I could help you with, right? Alright, there was something we wanted to talk to you about. But before that, would you mind if we paid our respects as well? I know we don't have any flowers to give, but we'd at least like to offer a prayer. Oh, I see. No, of course I don't mind. I'm sure all those looking down from above would be overjoyed by the gesture. So, you say there might be some clues in that old mine, huh? I know for certain that the soldiers didn't check inside. After I heard Louis' story, it really got me thinking. We'd like to check the place out just in case, so would you mind lending us the key to the entrance? The key for that padlock, huh? Give me a minute here. I'm sure I put it in this drawer. Oh right, here it is. Okay, this should get you inside. Receive the abandoned mine key. Wow, this key looks ancient. Many thanks, Elder Ryzen. This will really help a lot. Don't mention it. We're always indebted to the Pricer Guild for their help. It's only natural that we would try and return the favor. Thank you. If everyone we dealt with were so cooperative as you, it would make our lives a lot easier. We'll be sure to let you know if we find anything. I would appreciate that. When the mine was in use, the village enjoyed a period of economic growth. In fact, this place was so lively with miners and merchants, you could have lost You could have almost called it a small city instead of a town. However, following the war, this place became quite lonely. Oh well, it's a nice little village. Can we talk to Louis again? Is he still there? Sovereign? No. He's probably back with his friends. Talk to him. It's not like I want to turn everything into a merchandised cultivation. To begin with, orchard cultivation is difficult to do with machines anyway. Even if we used orbital machines to help us out, a large portion of the work would still rely on things done by hand. And as it stands, we don't have enough people here in the village to do everything by hand. This is why I think we should use machines where we need them. I get what Gray is trying to say, but I think that Pesca has the best idea. I think we should sit down and discuss this, as it's really important for the whole city, or whole village. I really love raising fruit myself, so I'm glad that I came along with my husband. It's been a while coming, but gradually we've been able to confide in the other villagers. But Gray is someone we've never been able to get close to. Oh, there's Gray. Pesca relies too much on those augment-run machines. And look what it's brought him. Fruit that tastes much less delicious than mine. I just don't know how I feel about shipping out something like that from Revenue Village. Can I please go here? There we go. So people have new things to say. Louis seems to be rather upset. I wonder what's wrong. I don't think my husband is wrong in his opinion, because the fact is he grows the most delicious fruit in the entire village. That said, I don't think it could hurt to try accepting new ways of growing fruit. I heard this from Louis, so don't get mad at me if I'm wrong. But aren't you guys from the Bracer Guild? That's awesome, so even girls can be bracers too, huh? Always thought that you couldn't be a bracer unless you were tough like Agate. Hi you guys. Did you find something out? I can't say for sure, but I don't think the thing you saw was a dream. Really? We're going to do a little more investigation, so please give us a bit longer to see what we come up with. Okay, good luck you guys. But what's Vince's new theory now? This is the time for us women to shine. Even Laura's wife is the queen of the house. And for heaven's sake, we even have Her Majesty the Queen. Okay. Say so. Then let's go back to the abandoned mine, I guess. Go all the way back. Shouldn't take too long. No preemptive attack there. Might as well attack normally then. 0. 0, okay.
Alright, we're good to go.
Alrighty, Royal Leaf. Put that away. Up there, alright, let's take care of this guy. He saw us though. Well, we can try out to craft at him. Dual strike. There we go.
That's that then. Let's move out.
That's the right way, yeah. Alrighty, we're at the abandoned mine. And let's open it. The gate is secured with a heavy chain and padlock. Let's use this key we borrowed from the village elder. Use abandoned mine key. Ooh, that was one heavy gate. Let's have a look inside, shall we? I don't know about sky bandits, but I can definitely sense monsters in here. Everyone, stay alert. Alright. Oh, crab. Hello, crab. What do we have here? A murder crab. A crustacean monster living underground, weak against arts. May call for backup. So does it mean... Oh, we do okay damage, I suppose. We don't need to use arts right now. And he's petrified, so he can't do much anyway.
Piece of cake.
Get the first two things from here as well. Gonna start going right for now, and then we go right. Just go the right way. Follow the right line. That's counting as primitive. Okay. Now we're gonna use arts. Yeah. So it doesn't matter which one. Okay. You're gonna use that one. And I'm gonna use that one, and you are going to use Firebird. Alright, that one is dead. That one is dead as well. And that one as well. Good.
Oh, are we done already?
A monster carapace. Another crab. Bunch of crabs around here. Let's just attack them normally. Okay, you might need to use a craft here. Yes. Was necessary. Critical, and then let's hope this one kills him. It did, okay.
Oh, are we done already?
So also definitely better in this case. Another crab. Just use an art stone hammer. And the other one we just attacked. That and attack this. I can't attack them. I can use a flicker theoretically. Oh, sure, let's do that. Why not? Oh, and he's down.
That's that then. Let's move it.
Well, that's not a way we can go. Another normal crab, we can just attack him normally.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Alrighty, let's move out. That's a dead end, okay. There are some boxes. Can you please turn around, crab? There we go. Alrighty, what we're gonna do here is use another art and strike. How about... And for my sake, aqua bleeds.
We're good to go!
More monster carapace. Another crab. 3 again. No, 4 this time. Okay, this time we definitely have to use arts. And strike. I believe. Firebolt. Let go. Maybe I should have attacked those in the back and not in the front. That might have been a better idea, but well. Yeah, because I can't reach him now, but I can use another art. Airstrike. Let's just do nothing then, mate. There we go.
Alright, we're good to go.
And the next crab. 4 of them again. I think I'm gonna attack this guy now. Normally. We're gonna use an art, aqua please. Firebolt. Alrighty, airstrike on this guy. And then we'll just normally attack this guy. There we go. That's enough.
We're good to go!
Indeed we are. We got a lot of orange and blue stuff. Septif, however they're called. Okay, there's another entrance. Shit. I don't want to go this way now. Okay, that's the exit. Let's follow this path for a while. Till I come... Oh, what was that? Oh, it was the... Oh, okay. I guess I looped all the way around then. I guess I looped all the way around then. I didn't expect that. Okay. Art. Airstrike. Well, I don't really want to use an art if it's preemptive attack. Because Joshua doesn't have that much. The other ones have a little bit more. Barely in range. That's probably out of range now. Indeed it is. Oh well, let's see how much she attacks for. 0. Okay, that's rather threatening, isn't it?
That's that then. Let's move out.
Wait, didn't I just come from here? I don't know anymore. Alrighty, take care of this guy. Alrighty. Can use a hurricane, maybe? There we go. Yes, that works. Okay, and Aunt won't hit anymore, so let's attack this guy. I missed, of course I missed. 24. He's called for backup. Okay. That's how we play, is it? Aqua bleed on... Wait, which one is already attacking this guy? Okay. Aqua bleed on this guy then. And he's down.
Seems you came up short.
Monster carapace again, and that was a broken bridge. No, that's no good.
Here I come!
Alright, he's dead.
Let's do this!
And that was the final one.
Someone's been naughty.
Alrighty. Guess we cleared those out now. Didn't want to get caught, but I got caught in the end.
We're good to go.
Alrighty, second part of the mine. Man, it's bright in here. Huh? Isn't that the... Quiet Estelle? Looks like we've hit a jackpot. Oh, wow. Quite insane. Forget about the heavy things and focus on the food provisions and valuables. And hurry up, will ya? It's only a matter of time before someone finds this place. Got it, Kyle. Roger that, Kyle. Okay, Kyle. Understood, Kyle. What's an airliner doing in a place like this? Guess that kid wasn't seeing things after all. This looks like an area that used to be used for strip mining. It certainly turned out to be a great place to hide something of this size. Yeah, who would have thought to look here? Look at that. Aren't they loading the airliner cargo into their own ship? Let's worry about that later. We've got to figure out a way to bag these guys before they get away again. So this is our third trip, huh? Man, Don can be a real slave driver sometimes. Oh once this is all taken care of, we'll be able to sit back and negotiate a nice fat ransom. Hold it right here. Doing that. The scorching flames of justice shall never fade away as long as evil thrives in this world. The League of Extraordinary Praises has arrived. Oh man. Huh? The League of... what? You bonehead, why do you always get carried away like that? What's with you two? No, I look like a fool saying that stuff all alone. You're the one who Shazad had a run-in with back in Roland. This can't be right. You're not supposed to be here this early. It can't be right. We're not supposed to be here this early? Huh? What the heck are you talking about? In accordance with the laws of the Bracer Guild, you are hereby under arrest in charge of the hijacking of an airliner and its passengers. I hope for your sakes you'll come along quietly. Now hold on just a minute. Are you trying to tell me that only the three of you came here to arrest us? You see anyone else, bandit boy? So you're not involved with the others then, huh? And that simplifies things. Let's get 'em, boys. Kyle Brown's a bomb. Okay. That's 0. That's another 0, but poison. That's a miss. Do I have a craft ready dual strike maybe? This guy? Oh, that would have been so good for a hurricane, but I guess I'd use a normal tag. Take care of that guy. What are you weak against? Fire, sure. Go ahead. Bomb toss. That's like no damage at all. Let's use a dual strike on this guy. The poison is pretty strong though. Oh no, they do damage, okay. Art. Firebolt on this side. Can I do a hurricane now? No, not quite. That's unfortunate. Well, I might as well take this guy then. Miss! Wow! How can a frickin' bomb miss? How is that even possible? But might as well kill this guy out. There we go. Oh wow, they're all lining up, that's good. Craft, hurricane. Can only attack 2 though. Oh well, that's fine enough. Done with him. Miss. Minor crit. Sylvan Whip. And no normal attacks on it.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Lots of red ones. You guys are tougher than I thought. It's no wonder Gisette got beat by you 3. Sweet talk won't get you anywhere, buddy. It's time to surrender and let the passengers go. You really don't know anything, do you? What was that you called yourselves? A league of exceptionally dim or something? You're making fun of my awesome team name? You're a dad. Look out! What's that? A bomb. Oh, it's a smoke bomb. What is this? You gotta be kidding me. Another smoke screen? It's too bad about the rest of the cargo, but we'll just have to live without it. Later, prices. Ugh, some of it got in my eyes. Don't worry, it's not poisonous. It looks like it was a typical smoke canister. The ship is already out of sight. This is getting really old. It's not once, but twice now that they've gotten away. If I get demoted for this at the guild, there's not much I can say in my defense. Oh, Shara. Quit acting like it was all your fault. We're responsible for letting them get away too. We've got time to kick ourselves over this, and there's got to be some other constructive things we can do. Well, you sound like you should be the senior bracer. Well, at least we were able to take back the airliner, so how about we have a look? The passengers may be inside. Alright. Let's just save first before we ran into another fight. Another fight it would be not as good. Let's have a look around here. That's the way we came from. Or was it? Was that way we came from? Wait. There's a way. We don't have time to be looking around anywhere else. Right now, our first priority should be investigating the airliner. Okay. Yeah, sure. Oh, there are multiple ways to go here, apparently. Huh. Interesting. Anything suspicious around here? No. We can go underneath, that's interesting. Airliner Linde. Probably deserted. Wow, it's pretty bare in here. There's not a piece of cargo left. Evidently, the Sky Bandits managed to make off with it all. At least judging by the looks of things. At any rate, we should do a thorough investigation of the place. Here's a lift car. Looks like the same type as those at the landing port. Sky Bandits probably used this to move the cargo. I wonder what this is. It's the orbital engine control panel. It looks like the flow of orbital energy has completely stopped. Okay, that's interesting. There's still some food left in here. Nothing around here. It looks like this is the captain's seat. If these were any other circumstances, I would love to sit here. Don't even think about it. Here's the steering wheel used to pilot the ship. I wonder where the pilot could have gone. Probably with the kidnappers. Let's go down. So many places to go. Bland. This poor potted bland doesn't look like it's gonna make it. Bunch of bland murderers. Probably hasn't been watered for days. It's bright in here. There's a lot of light shining into this place. We checked it over, but it looks like there's nobody inside. There's a high possibility the passengers were transferred to the Sky Bandits airship, and then to wherever their hideout is. Agreed. But this sucks. Right when I thought we had some clues, we're back to zero. Come on, cheer up already. It's not like every clue has completely vanished. Why do you think the Sky Bandits hit the airline in a place like this? Huh? As far as I can tell, the orbital energy in this ship has completely stopped, which means that the orbital engine was stripped from the aircraft. I know this because the orbital energy in an orbment gradually recharges over time. Furthermore, the Sky Bandits made multiple trips to carry off a large amount of cargo. Considering the time and the risk involved, don't you think it would have been more effective just to take the entire airliner to their hideout? Yeah, that does seem a little odd that they didn't. So why'd they hide the airliner here then? All I can think of is that they did it in order to... It could be those two. Either the orbital engine or that. It's true, they would have needed to land in order to remove the orbital engine. However, it doesn't account for the fact that they didn't take the airline in their hideout. From my guys, I could imagine that their hideout is in a slightly peculiar place. Maybe 10 to 15 arch in size. In short, a peculiar place in which only a small aircraft like the Sky Bandit's airship could land. Interesting. How about Tehran, covered with extreme differences in height, like mountains and ravines? That seems like a place for the Sky Bandit's hideout. Yes, that's what I've been thinking too. However, if that's the case, then we may be unable to do anything. There's the possibility that their hideout may be in a place we can't reach by foot. Then, what can we do? Well, I hate to say it, but we may have to share our conclusions with the army and ask for their cooperations. Because they're the ones with the patrol ships. What? Now you're trying to tell us we should go crawling back to the army and ask them for help? Either way, we still have to report to them about the airline. Personally speaking, I still think we should cooperate with the army, whatever their attitude may be. Especially if that means bringing the hostages back safe and sound. I guess you're right. This isn't a time or place to be letting my personal feelings get the best of me. For the time being, let's get back to the guild and report our findings to Logan. We should be able to contact the Harkin Gate if we use the orbital telephone. I wanted to explore the place further though. I wasn't finished yet with the investigations. Oh, okay, I guess I was finished. Although no, there was a place upstairs. Something here, maybe? Nope, nothing at all. That's unfortunate. Alright. The orbital telephone, where might that be? Here? No? Here, maybe? I would walk there by foot, but I think I was supposed to find something. Here? No? Where am I supposed to go again? Not here. Oh. Huh? What the heck? Right, now, this was something I did not expect. I wonder if we should be glad since they've saved us the trouble of having to contact them. We have found a suspicious armed crew. Put your hands in the air, all of you. What is this world coming to? A woman and 2 kids are the Sky Bandits? Though the girl does look shifty. Hey now, that's just rude. And who are calling Sky Bandits? Can't you see this shiny emblem on my chest? Price emblem, huh? I hope you don't think for a moment something like that proves your innocence. General Morgan? Why are you here? After looking over the reports of my men, I found this place to have been insufficiently investigated, so I came to see it for myself. Who would have thought a lot of you were conspiring with the Sky Bandits? Might I get you to stop with the accusations, General? We happen to find this place one step ahead of your men. If that's the truth, then why don't you tell me where the Sky Bandits are? Are the hostages inside that airliner? We almost had the Sky Bandits, but they managed to escape. And there are no hostages to be found here. Looks like the truth has come out. Most likely you notified the Sky Bandits to let them know we were coming. Wait a minute here, how about you cut with the crap? My thoughts exactly. Alright man, take them into custody. God damn it, this guy pisses me off. And now we are in like a jail or something like that. As I thought, that thing came in use. The General will be questioning you himself on the morrow. If your innocence is proven, then you will be released in 2 or 3 days. So for the time being, the cell will give you a place to cool your heels. God damn it. This is not even funny. Tossing us in a place like this without even listening to a word we have to say. If the army managed to arrest the Sky Bandits, then I'm sure we'd have our names cleared. But with the way things are at the moment, that may not be possible. Huh? Why not? You remember what a Sky Bandit leader we fought in the old mines at, right? He said, "This can't be right, you're not supposed to be here this early, if I remember correctly." Now that you mention it, he did say that, didn't he? You're not trying to tell me that he meant the army by that, are you? I don't know for sure, but I would bet that's what he meant. Which means that the Sky Bandits have a mole in the army. Or a collaborator who's leaking information. That's what you wanted to say, isn't it, Joshua? Yeah. Well, if that's the case, they'll never get caught. Which means we were the only ones that stood a chance of nabbing them. But now we're stuck in here. I wonder how your father would get around this little setback. My. Well, don't you all seem to be in a bit of a fix? Did you just say something, Joshua? No, I didn't say anything. Came from the cell next door. It almost sounds familiar. Is it the blonde-haired dude? Oh, how could you say something so heartless? My lustrous voice should be recognizable to anyone. It's a blonde-haired dude. Could this unfounded self-confidence and tone of absurd narcissism belong to... It's you, isn't it, Oliver? You do remember my dulcet chords? Oh yeah, it is To think that we'd meet again in a place like this. It seems that we are bound by destiny. Why are you here? I thought we took you to Bowers. And now you're locked up in a place like this. What the heck did you do? Come now, let's not worry about all the little details, shall we? I have my reasons, which are deeper than the deepest ocean and higher than the highest peak. I'm definitely not asking now. I'm sure we just get tired while you talked our ears off. What a coincidence, Estelle. I was just thinking the same thing. So there you have it. We don't really care to know. You talk so much that I'd probably be an old woman by the time you were done. And I'm not ready for wrinkles yet. Come on now, let's not be like that. I'll fill you in on all the details of the tragic incident which befell me. Didn't you listen, dummy? I don't want to hear about it. It all began after we parted ways. I did some window shopping in the Bowes Market and then moved on to the Aunt Rose restaurant. You see, once I had eaten to my heart's content, I began to play the grand piano and then feed my artistic soul. And upon doing so, the restaurant manager was overcome by my skill. So I was asked to stay and work as the professional pianist for the restaurant. That's great and all, but I thought you were supposed to be a lutist. A musical genius is not limited to just one instrument. Anyway, back to my story. After negotiating a few of my own conditions, I accepted a job offer. Those conditions were, of course, food and wine for free every day, instead of morale. I don't know how to put it, but that's very you, Oliver. Yet I'm sure how that has anything to do with you getting thrown in jail. I'm not sure how that has anything to do with you getting thrown in jail. Oh well, this is where the real sub-story begins. That night, I had been enjoying a plate of salty duck I had the chef prepare. but the blood sauce which had been used was a little too overbearing for my palate. Consequently, I began to feel that normal red wine was not satisfying enough. The more you talk, the more I want to hit you. But go on, I'm curious in spite of knowing better. Well, so I borrowed a bottle of wine which seemed good from the cellar. Something called Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183. Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183? That's the legendary vintage wine that was auctioned off in the royal city. Oh, aren't you well informed? I heard a rumor about it too, so of course I was interested in having a drink for myself. Auctioned off? How much are we talking about here? From what I heard, it went for somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000 mirror. That's actually quite okay. 500,000 mirror? For just one bottle? That's out of this world. And you didn't, did you, Oliver? Such a needless question. Of course I opened the bottle and had a sip. Its sweet-smelling fragrance tickled my nostrils. Its luxurious, mellow taste caressed my throat. And can you believe what else? A rose-tinted vignette of time and space existed within that very bottle. I don't think I can listen to this any longer. Yeah, my ears are bleeding from listening to such stupidity. I'm completely dumbfounded. Oh, poor Oliver. The sad thing is that after taking a sip of such excellent wine, I began to feel the food was lacking. As I was having the chef cook me up something else to match the wine, the restaurant manager returned. Since I'm not a stingy fellow, I cordially invited him to join me for a drink. But for some odd reason, he got rather upset. In fact, he got so steaming mad that his face looked like a ripe potato. Oh no, tomato, not potato. And before I could say another word, a group of soldiers came filling in. And, well, one thing led to another, and I can't say another word from about this tragedy of being dragged all the way here without coming to tears. So let us all weep together as you sympathize with my dilemma. And everyone is asleep. Idiot. Pardon? But do my ears deceive me? I could have sworn I heard and even an assumingly misheard idiot coming from your cell. Are you listening? This is where the story gets really interesting. You see, several further trails awaited me after I was brought here. Hello? Are you listening? Apparently not. But we got rested. Good. I didn't need to use mirror to heal up. Hey, you free? Get up. Ugh. I'm tired. What's wrong? What are you trying to tell us? We're being interrogated this early in the morning. That's a little early even for me. No, it's just the opposite. You're being released. Huh? What? What? Why all of a sudden? Is there a reason for this? Yes, I'd like to consider myself that reason, Mr. Mayor. Mayor Mabel? Why, what an unusual place to be meeting you. I'm really sorry about everything that's happened to you. But don't worry, your names have been cleared. I don't completely agree with everything, but it's a request coming from Mabel herself. You'd better remember to thank her. So you mean Mayor Mabel stood up on our behalf? No, that's not exactly it. I just explained your situation to General Morgan. Our situation? Yes, I have one question for the both of you. Are you really the children of Cassius Bright? Yes, that's right. This is Estelle Bright, and I'm his adopted son Joshua. I see. Now that you mention it, the girl does slightly resemble Lena. You knew my mother? Yes, I enjoyed your mother's cooking on several occasions when I visited your home in Roland. Why, in fact, we even met once when you were just a baby. Now wait just a minute. You're a personal acquaintance of my dad's? I knew that he was in the military before, but... I don't know Cassius Bright the Praiser. The only Cassius I know is the one from the service. He was a rare strategist. Strategist? Dad? I just can't imagine what he saw in the Bracer Guild. It makes me angry just thinking about it. You'll have to excuse me. What's wrong with him? It seems like your father was a brilliant officer in the military. I've heard from the general that he tried several times to get your father to change his mind about retiring. I didn't know that. Somehow it feels hard to believe. However, if that's the case, the general's hatred for Bracers may stem from Cassius leaving the army. From the vexation of being left by one of his most promising men. I get the same impression. So what you're saying is, our lives are such a pain because of that? That dirty, rotten scoundrel. How about we return to Bose now? With the airliner being found, the situation is taking a new turn. And there are a number of things I'd like to discuss with you. Oh, sure. Is something the matter? I'm definitely ready to get out of here, but it feels like we're forgetting something. Is it Oliver? Now that you mention it, what could it be? Oh, how callous people can be at times. How could you forget about a companion who spent a night with you in a cold, hard cell? How lamentable, how pitiful. Fine, by that way, I shall wither away, free and friendless and hungry, alone in this dark purgatory. Is he still here? Yeah, I completely forgot about him. I'm sorry to say this, but there's not much we can do for you. See? The musician I heard about? The one who chucked that bottle of Grand Chardonnay without a second thought? Huh, indeed, that is I. Yet, my fair lass, I would be heartbroken if you took my intentions the wrong way. For you see, I perceived it as an advance payment for the exquisite service that I was about to render. You're quite an interesting character. Alright, I'll see what I can do to bargain with the general for your release. Really? Truly? You would do such a kind service for men such as myself? I think that may be asking a bit much. The restaurant takes this to trial. There's going to be at least a lawsuit. Well, there's no need to worry about that. You see, the owner of the restaurant is me. Oh. Huh? And that Grand Chardonnay was the very one I bid on. That being the case, I'm fairly confident there won't be any other problems over the matter. Okay. That explains things. I think we heard about that as well. I can't believe you were released. It's like a stroke of bad luck. Please, don't lay on the compliments so thick. However, it pains my soul that I partook of such a fine wine without paying a single mirror. Shall I play the piano in the restaurant per a contract to remedy that? I think I'm going to have to pass on that. After what happened, I think it would be a bit awkward having you back there. I, for one, don't think he'd mind a bit. Yeah, he should have seemed to have some thick skin. Let's just think of this as an unfortunate incident for the both of us. But I don't think I can just let things go like this. Let's see. It seems like you're investigating something at the moment, right? How about I lend my assistance in return for the wine? Huh? Well, that does sound interesting. Could I ask you to join these braces in their work? Ah, could you ever? So it's settled. Let our new working relationship bloom like a magnolia at the height of a spring. Hold on a sec. What did we do to deserve this? The general weirdness aside, simply having an amateur like you around is honestly going to be a pain. Are you confident that you won't be a drag on our work? Or our sanity? Well, I'm somewhat confident in my marksmanship and magic. Well, of course, I'd be distressed if you tried to listen to my music genius under the same group. That's the kind of line that gets me really worried. But maybe we could use an extra hand. As long as we can't count on the enemy to help us out, I have the feeling that we'll be short on manpower. Our army, not enemy. Well, alright then. We'll use you for what we're worth. However, if we do happen to conclude that you're not worth your weight, you're done from the body. Are you going to be okay with that? Of course, I don't mind. I'd never let you down, so please be reassured. Well, my expectations of you are pretty much at rock bottom anyway, so I know you won't let me down. I'm glad things are settled between you all. But before you go, there's something I need to tell you. Tell us? Actually, the town did seem pretty noisy as we were headed here. What happened? Truth be told, last night there was a large-scale burglary in Bose's South Block. The weapon shop and the Opel factory were targeted, as were a number of private residences. What? So was this the work of the Sky Bandits? It's unknown at this time, but it seems highly probable. A unit of Royal Army is currently conducting an investigation. I see. Guess we'd better do an investigation of our own then. Yes, I'd like to formally request that you do just that. I sent a payment over to the guild for the work you've done so far. Please make use of the money for your current investigation expenses. I have a feeling that the army is going to get our way again. But I guess when that happens, it happens. Whether they get in our way or not, I don't think we should be forthcoming with the army about any information we come across. Because if there's really a spy in their midst, they'll just leak it to the Sky Bandits. Though I'm reluctant to say it, I also think it's for the best to keep quiet about our findings. Anyway, let's act with prudence. Alrighty, my bosom companions, shall we head to the South Block? Look, buddy, who made you king of the show? He's in a party now. A needle, leather jacket, work boots. I gave you some stuff, but you don't have it anymore. Why? Based. It's blind. Sure, let's give him that. Why not? He has work boots. Another pair of work boots here. Leather jacket. And a needler. I already have a needler. Alrighty. I've recommended to the mayor that she take a break from her labours, but she has stated that the alleviating the citizens' concerns and bringing back peace to post comes first. I couldn't be more happy that Mayor Maybelle has matured into such a fine young woman, but I wish she would take better care of herself sometimes. Lots of talking. Alright, let's go to the Pracer Guild maybe? Where are we supposed to go? Guess we go here first. Stolen ring. Lorna. I was burglarized the other day and my jeweled ring was found to be among the missing items. It's quite valuable to me, so if anyone happens to find it, please let me know. I live on Bose's South Block. Stolen ring. Oh, you three are back already? That gave me quite a surprise. It was unprecedented to hear that some of our praisers had been taken into custody during an investigation. That General Morgan, I tell you. We're sorry to make you worry like that. Oh, never mind that. I'm just glad you're all back safe. I was even considering protesting in the Royal City for our main branch, but Mayor Mabel managed to smooth everything out before that could happen. Well, was it really such a big deal? Think about it, Estelle. In the Liberal Kingdom, the Bracer Guild's right to investigate crimes is considered by law, as recognized by law. Therefore, the General's actions would be in a direct defiance of the system of rules that governs this kingdom. Well, at least things have settled down as a result of this. Okay. We've received payment from Mayor Mabel for your investigation efforts thus far. Keep up the good work and be careful out there. Alrighty, that one got reported in there. And Rose. Aren't you? No, I'm sure you're that guy from before. What's up, my good managerial sir? Thanks for the meal last time. Oh my, didn't I have to have you arrested already? I guess I'm going to have to report it again. No, let's not do anything rash, my friends. You guys are actually quite blessed. To have an owner with the eyes to recognize the value of an artful man such as myself is quite wondrous, truly. And she is an exquisite beauty, is she not? Like a flower in bloom. The future of Aunt Rose is as bright as a field bathed eternally in the noontime glow of a crisp spring day. I can't believe you defy the owner like that. What kind of manager are you? Dear me, consider this a managerial failure on my part. My sincerest apologies to the owner. My stars, whenever a man in uniform shows up, I can't help but think of the past. It's been a long road for us. Just pushing your goods on me without ever sweetening the pot does not make for successful negotiation. Given the circumstances, I think a discount is entirely appropriate. I just can't make a deal here. Why can't I close a deal to save my life? Is it my haircut? Bad body odor? Great adios, do I smell? Maybe. I'm not sure what to do now. My lovely Grand Jardinier was downed completely while I was out on break. The owner simply laughed it off, but I do feel responsible for not safeguarding it better. Not long ago, a very important, very valuable bottle of wine was completely downed by a customer. A non-paying customer, mind you. That was the first time in a while that I've heard the manager let out his, special cry of dismay. It's a shriek, really. Sounds just like a little girl, or someone who's been kicked very smartly in the bagpipes. Okay. Like anywhere else, this place was reduced to rubble during the 100 Days War, but it was also the quickest to rebuild when it was over. Of course, there's a reason for that. The merchants all got together and pooled their profits to found a revival effort. Oh sure, both merchants all love the freedom to earn and spend all at will, but when push comes to shove, we'll band together every time. I'm proud to have lived a life as a bose merchant. I don't care much for soldiers, they tend to be boorish and overbearing. Why must they behave so? Why can't they just act their ages? Of course, I know they're not all like that, but still. I do understand where Marian is coming from, but I find it hard to agree with her assessment. Although they're just soldiers like anyone else, I find the members of Her Royal Highness personal guards to be most polite and understanding. In the way, though. Let me through. Thank you. Let's talk with the chef. I heard a shrill scream from the manager the other day. Stuff nightmares are made of that. I wonder what happened this time. I often hear that subdued shriek from him when new staff members arrive, actually. I suppose there's nothing to worry about. Okay. Our prized grandchild Donate was drunk in full, free of charge, and the owner seemed to not care at all. She's about my age, so how can she have her head so high in the clouds about this? The manager, by contrast, practically swallowed his tongue. I've never seen anyone turn such an unholy shade of red. Well, I guess such an unnatural color is a pretty natural reaction, all things considered. Poor guy. Alrighty. So there's a difference between the manager and the owner here. That one is the manager and the owner is Mabel. Alrighty, let's go further down. With all the soldiers flooding the south block, there's not much room to do any shopping there. I had planned to go see some ornament engraving work, but I guess I'd go to do that on the boat market instead. Lots of things to read, and pretty bloody warm. Why do military personnel have to be so arrogant? Praisers are such much nicer, and that's why I like them. It seems to be rather noisy outside. I wonder if something happened. Ha ha. There's another way to go here. Although we're trying to conduct worship services in here, it certainly is loud outside. This town never stops being noisy all year long. Righty. I hope these burglaries and missing airliner incident get resolved soon. Nothing good happened around here for the last several months. Penny says she wants to dine at Aunt Rose again. This just isn't a place we can afford all the time. Going to have to work a part-time job and save up some money. Whenever I eat good food, I feel so happy. Much praised food at the Aunt Rose was beyond my wildest expectations. I love to indulge myself there at least once a year. Once a year seems reasonable. For all the soldiers flooding, so oh yeah, we already know that. It's odd to see the border garrison directly involved instead of races. I wonder if it has anything to do with the recent burglaries and missing airliner. Probably. Over here. Let's go here. Here. In the past, employees worked together in an effort to gain customer satisfaction. But the way young kids think these days sure has changed. In one way or another, things often don't go as expected. Okay. Cushy's bar. The ancient dragons that lived before the Great Collapse. It almost seems as if they removed themselves from this land of their own volition. I hear the southern shopping district got thrashed by bandits. It's all because Bose is rich. You got money, you get robbed. Been that way for as long as I can remember. Looks like the bandits had enough sense to know we'd be a lousy target. Do more harm than good to attack us. There are a lot of larger shops and shopkeepers in the South District, but once the sun goes down, the roads are practically deserted. If we got raided, all they find are a bunch of leftover ingredients. And I think only a mouse would be happy with a howl like that. Or maybe it was a mouse, you don't know. Seems my workshop was attacked by the bandits as well. Have they no shame? I'm a bit worried about one of my workers, a man named Nigel. Sure hope he's okay. Right, anything here? Nope, okay. Let's go up north. It seems like the airliner landed in ruin. And we've got Royal Army's patrol ships here in Bose. I wonder if they're here to investigate this string of burglaries. Only flights for the counterclockwise looping Sicilia, I've assumed. All those passengers who are boarding, please make your way to the gate. Oh, there it is. I wonder if we go on that next time. To get to another city, or we go by foot. We might go by foot, I don't know. We'll see. I'd better take care of the basic inspections for the patrol ships while the boss is looking for over to Sicilia. It's going to blow his top again if I don't hurry and get my work done. Even if I'm busy or not, I'm always getting yelled at. Poor guy. Oh, that's an... Is that an airship or is that a warship? It has like cannons on the side and shields there. Or maybe air cannon, I don't know. It's rather small, that looks like a warship. But the Sicilia is the other way, probably then. Like over here. Yeah, that looks like a normal ship, yeah. The Sicilia, which had been standing by in ruin, has arrived. But what's more, it appears that the patrol ships from Lyston Fortress have come too. I'd like to say that this is the most excited I've been in a while, but I'm feeling a little rusty. That airship isn't that one of those patrol ships which belong to the Royal Army? Speaking of army patrol ships, they were used in the war 10 years ago, and are famous for achieving great military assaults. Airships are just awesome, aren't they? Sure they are, why not? That's pretty much everything around here. Let's go to the base market then. Talk to those people. My mom caught me sneaking into the market and yelled at me. My husband was the one who said, "Let's start this business to begin with." And right at the last minute, he shoved everything on me and ran back to the village by himself, leaving me to shoulder the burden. What in the world was he thinking when he cut and ran like that? What do they have again here? Laundry pole, work helmet. Work helmet. It's an accessory, isn't it? Oh, the second one, okay. I could get a work helmet for him, I don't know if I want to. It's only thousands, or maybe, I don't know. I wonder if my mother wants to see my father. Sometimes I can see this look of loneliness in her face. It appears that we've got the army coming and going here in town now. You can't stand that repugnant group with their pretentious attitudes. It looks like we've got some members of the Royal Army here in the market. I wonder if there was some sort of trouble. You are the doctor, okay. Doesn't look like there's anything in particular on sale at any of these stores today, but this is no time to shirk my duties. This is for the future of my home budget. And who knows, there may just be a bargain in here somewhere. Meat, vegetables, fish. I wonder what I should make for supper tonight. Got to think about what to do for a side dish, whether we have to deal with burglars, the Royal Army, or whatever. I wonder if the Queen would ever entertain the idea of making a holiday where we don't have to think about side dishes. There were a bunch of scary men outside. Something happened. I hear there were some burglaries in the South Block. All of the well-established shops are situated on that street. So I guess we buy one. Vintage wine. Rest we have, okay. Pops in. The westward-bound airliner has finally resumed flights. Now I'll finally be able to stock up on vegetables from Roland. Alright, now it's time to stock up and sell. Already have all of that. It looks like flights have started to back up again. Now we can finally head to Ruin. I finally got to start keeping an eye on my wife's shopping habits. Personally, I think people should have a little more modesty than my wife does. Due to airliner flights being cancelled, I've had way more than my fill of shopping. Looks like my husband's about to have a heart attack after seeing how much I bought. Since he probably has to pay, doesn't he? Some burglars broke into my house last night. Unfortunately, at that time, only my wife and daughter were at home. Though no harm came to them, they were rather shaken up from the whole ordeal. My wife sent me off with a smile this morning, but I'm still worried about them and the house. Struggle J and the red scarf, okay. The girl working here at the confectionery shop has been looking a little blue recently. I wonder if she's something. There sure have been a lot of disturbing things happening these days. God damn it. I've heard rumors that the army found a missing airliner. I wonder what happened to my fiancé. And what about the other passengers? Okay, fiancé is missing. Royal jelly, we already know that. What's that you say? The city was hit up by some burglars? What a despicable bunch trying to make a profit stealing from others. I sure hope someone hurries up and catches those crooks. What do you sell? Liberal News, issue 3. Did I read that one already? Do I have that one already? No, I don't. Okay, let's buy that. Alright, let me drink something real quick. Breaking story, the Linde saga continues. Ransom request received. A Royal Army representative reports that the Ransom Liberal Oval Ship Corporation and Liberal Royal family alike have received letters claiming responsibility for the Linde incident. The criminals refer to themselves as the Kapua family and demand a hefty sum of money, rumored to be in the millions of Mara, to secure the passengers' safety. Harken Gate. Who is the Kapua family? These so-called Sky Bandits are a group of marauders operating from Imperial airspace all the way into the Bose region. Their exact numbers are unknown, but they're believed to be around 24 strong. The need for cooperative efforts. With the incident quickly turning from search and rescue to hostage negotiation, collaboration between the Royal Army and the Bracer Guild seems the best possible course of action. One question on this subject, the guild representative stated that the relationship between the two parties has seen worse times, but is still less than civil. Given this idealistic divide, a partnership seems extremely unlikely. Bose's mayor, Miss Maybell, has launched an independent investigation through the guild, but still laments that the Royal Army won't share their information. This is no time for jurisdictional disputes, she says. Both parties need to work together. Having inherited the mayorship from her late father at only 21, Miss Maybell is known as a very wise young lady. Whether or not either party will heed her advice, however, remains to be seen. Technology, enter the Arceli. It's a new ship. At long last, this high-speed cruiser takes to the skies with rigging a whopping 42 arch in length. The pride and joy of the Sai Central Factory has finally been completed and transferred into the stewardship of the Royal Guard. Watch out, do-dadders. Oh, that's a warship then. Although not airborne just yet, the Arceli is scheduled for an operational test flight within the next few days, to the excitement of all involved. Due to delays in its orbital engine development, however, only a basic performance evaluation will be conducted at this time. Culture, the 100 Days War book review. 10 years have passed since the war, and I'm sure we all remember the endless reports of casualties and destruction, making an objective assessment of events a ludicrous proposition. That's exactly what this book sets out to do, however, by compiling accounts from virtually every possible source to paint a crystal clear picture of what happened behind the scenes and how the war came to be. History demanded a book like this to be written, and on this dubious anniversary, I think everyone should give it a look. Travel, finding the perfect getaway. The Maple Leaf Inn, nestled in the corner of quaint Elmo Village in the southern side, within walking distance of the Republic's borders, is the most luxurious hot springs resort this reviewer has ever seen. Its tranquil eastern aesthetic, abundant natural springs, and outstanding eastern cuisine are nothing short of dazzling, but the true reason to visit is, indeed, the soak itself. For you see, the Maple Leaf Inn is renowned for its open-air baths, an understandably embarrassing prospect to some, but those who succumb will be glad they did. Taking in the warm waters while gazing up at the starry sky is truly a breathtaking experience. And best of all, towels are optional. Okay. Interesting. Ransom Night from Poor Family, also known as the Sky Bandits. Alrighty, we have that. I sure wish the shop owner would take better care of the antique books. Maybe I should go put in a word or two about that. Perhaps you should. Alrighty, we're pretty much done with that area now. As we go south now. Let's start with the houses here. We'll be done with our questioning here soon, so how about sitting tight until we finish? Our praise is here to ask a few questions yourselves. This is a mess for the both of us, I tell you. God damn you. Alrighty. General Morgan may be stubborn, but he's running the show, and he's a very capable leader. I wouldn't expect any less from the man who defeated the Imperial Army in the war a decade ago. But what gets me is why he's having so much trouble this time around. Now we've got burglars running amok in the city. I swear, what's happening to Bose? Just glad they left this house alone, though I'm baffled as to why. Certainly didn't do their homework on the city. Maybe it wasn't worth. Maybe it wasn't worth it, or maybe because it was inhabited, something like that. I don't know. I was shocked when I heard about the South Block being hit by burglars. Morano's mother was here alone, you see. Fortunately, this house was untouched in the burglaries. It's at times like this that it makes you feel uneasy when there's no man at home. I'm just glad that Morano brought Simon over to watch the house. That's Simon, okay. I can't believe these Sky Bandits managed to circumvent our search and just walk right into town and burglarized a bunch of places. They were really outdone this time. Any hints around here? Really? Okay. I'm trying to ask a few questions here. Would you mind getting out of the way? I'm not trying to be rude, but this is an official investigation. Move it along. God damn it. Alrighty. It seems that a group of Sky Bandits in the old mine consists of 2 female and a male. Rumor has it that they've even got children in the mix. Those people weren't Sky Bandits. Oh, it's us. It is us. No sky bandits there. The woman living here said that she had a precious memento taken by these crooks. Oops, me and my big mouth. Let's pretend like I didn't just tell you that. What I mean to say is, why don't you just ask her about it after I get done here? I'm going to be done here in a minute, so we can the kids butt out. Kids. Everyone is calling us kids. Well, I guess we are kids in some regard. Shara isn't really anymore. She's like, what? How old is she now? Like 21? Something along those lines. Yay! This one turned out really cute. Niall, is this how you wanted this one? Yeah, sure, like that. However, we really got screwed, you know that? Huh? Good afternoon. Are you working on another story? Looks like you two are on the trail of a scoop again. Hey, it's you kids. Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Well, am I glad to see that they let you out of the clinker? Yeah, I heard all about you kids getting arrested by the army over the old mine. It certainly had me worried. Why are you acting like you had nothing to do with it? It was your info that led us to the village. Hey now, what kind of face is that? Don't tell me you blame us. Did you go and check out the abandoned mine yourselves? Yeah, we did yesterday, but it was after you all had already been hauled off. We could have had a really great shot of your arrest had we been there. It really guts me that we missed such a perfect opportunity for a great shot. I swear, you people in the news business. But anyway, I was wondering if you bought this looked like the handiwork of the sky bandits you thought that you bought. It sure looks that way to me. It seems that the army is sniffing around for clues too. But to be honest, it looks like there's nothing to be found here anymore. I see, that does make things a bit more difficult. Well, Mr. Reporter, why don't you let me ask you this then? Do you know from whence the sky bandits entered town? According to the witness statements, they were seen leaving through the west gate. Well, that's awfully strange. The mayor's residence in Bosun Market are right through the west gate. It seems like attacking those two places would be far more lucrative. When you put it that way, that makes a lot of sense. But if you don't mind me asking, who the heck are you anyway? I'm glad you ask. I'm Oliver Lenheim, a wandering bard and gifted musician. I'm sure you've heard rumors about me, right? Oh right, you're the guy who drank wine without paying at the classy restaurant. It takes guts to stiff such a big bill. It's an honor to meet you, sir. You're making me blush. Really now. I'm ready for my interview anytime, so don't hesitate to ask. Wow, really? I'm getting a headache just listening to this crap. These two are very much alike. I'm not even going to ask how this guy wound up with the rest of you. That would be for the best. Thanks to your shenanigans, the pages of the next issue are going to be filled with some real gripping headlines. Let me know if you get any other scoops. The newest model of camera on display here was stolen. Do you think the sky bandits have an interest in photography? Not really. Wow, it looks like the burglars made off with nearly everything. I could have sworn that my boss looked up last night. What was that? I locked up, okay. Means they either had a key or broke in by force. Or something else. It looks like this store was hit by the burglars as well. I guess this isn't the time to be talking about business deals. My factory! My factory and all my goods, they are gone. Got to report this to either the army or the Braceguild as soon as possible. No, hold on just a minute. If either one of these groups saw what was written in that stolen ledger, I'd be in a world of hurt by that. If either one of Stolen ledger, okay. Can exchange stuff here. Do you have anything new? P2? Really? We need slots. Joshua needs one more. 120. Sherry, Charizard has all of that. And Oliver... can be opened. Slot 6. 200. Jeez. He's missing some. Let's see if we have any. Oh, what's okay, okay. Death Blow 2. I guess I give him HP 2, and then what else can we give him? We could give him Defense or Impede. If we wanted to. Maybe we have something else, which is good. HP 1, HP 2, okay. CP 1, Attack 1. What else could we buy? Move. Movement plus 1. P-cut. RCP cast. What is mind? ATS. Whatever ATS means. Let's buy one move. Give that to him, or not. Alrighty. We need a lot of green ones. Yeah, you there. What, something wrong? I thought I'd better give you a word of advice. Even if you are representing the mayor, at the end of the day, you are all still civilians. We can't have you wandering around here in the middle of our investigation. Who do you think you're talking to? Your advice seems rather more like a threat. I'm just saying you need to know your place. But if you're so adamant about investigating the matter, then do it after we've cleared out of here. If we get any more trouble out of you, then I'm going to have to give you a personal invitation to jail. Forget about it, Estelle. There's no more use arguing with these gentlemen. Ah, for nests in a lion's skin, you sure know how to throw your bait around, Mr. Soldier. What did you just say? May I ask what's going on here? A general? No? Who's that? Colonel? For a soldier in the prestigious Royal Army to be threatening our good civilians. That is an outright embarrassment to us all. But these aren't just civilians, sir. They're members of the Bracer Guild. Oh, is that so? Then I ask you once again, what's going on here? The army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. What do you intend to accomplish by being rude to our allies? But as far as the general is concerned, yes, that side of the general really concerns me. I'll take over the investigation from you, so please take your men and clear out. But sir, your men have been here since early this morning, so I presume that a sufficient investigation has been conducted right now, yes? I'll smooth things over with the general later. Is there anything else you wish me to address? No, sir. Alright, man, back it up. Pack it up. We're returning to the Harkin Gate. Guess he's a little bit stronger than the General. Colonel? General? Okay. General Colonel. Something like that. I don't know. Although the text says officer, but I guess he's a colonel. It looks like that's that. It seems that some of our personnel were rather impolite. Please allow me to apologize. I appreciate the gesture, but we made some slightly inflammatory remarks as well. So about we let bygones be bygones. That suits me just fine. As I stated before, the army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. I think our two organizations working together grants us each the ability to make up for the other's shortcomings. Well, you look sort of sketchy now. I'm looking forward to any progress you make with this recent series of events. Thank you. We'll do what we can. Seems like a decent guy. Yeah, I wonder who he is. Colonel, it's almost appointed time. Oh, already? Excuse me, but it appears I must take my leave. Oh, but before I do, it looks like I haven't properly introduced myself. I am Alan Richard, a colonel in the Royal Army. If there's anything I can do to assist you, please don't hesitate to contact me. Richard, okay. Colonel Richard? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. Naya was the one who mentioned his name earlier. He said something about him being a sharp young officer who leads the Royal Army's intelligence division. Oh, right. Wow, for someone in the military, he sure knows how to listen to others. Probably in his mid-30s. He's not hard on the eyes either. Seems like he's more fit to be a politician than a service member in the army. Hey, you guys! Oh, was that you were just talking to in the black uniform? Could swear I've seen him before, somewhere before. Are you trying to tell me you didn't recognize him at all? That was Colonel Richard of the Intelligence Division, you know, the guy you mentioned earlier. What? You're not pulling my leg, are you? As fun as that would be, no. He said to himself, so I'm fairly confident he is who he says he is. You'd think that a legend himself would show up here. Can't wait around here like this any longer, Dorothy. Let's see if we can catch up to him. Aye, sir, although I'm really not sure why we're chasing after anyone. Did you see his eyes light up? I wonder if he's going to do an interview or something. Anyone else in the army would brush him off, but I'm sure the colonel will oblige him. What's the matter with you, Oliver? You look serious, and I gotta say, I find it creepy coming from you. I was just thinking about the colonel. I'll be the first to admit that he's quite the specimen of man. But what? I can say with confidence that he doesn't stand a chance against me when it comes to the ladies. But I'd like to see him try just a little harder. It's no fun without a romantic rival. You just had to ask, didn't you, Joshua? I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Alright, let's see here. Now that the soldiers are gone, how about we resume our own investigation? Let's start by talking to all the people we couldn't talk to earlier. Good idea. Let's talk to the entire city again, shall we? We'll take some time, but well. Sometimes the game lags for some reason. I'm not quite sure why that would be. Bunch of strangers came in the house without asking. My mom and I were scared, so we hid under the bed. I was putting my son to bed last night, and suddenly some masked men kicked in the door and came storming in. I didn't tell my husband because I didn't want him to worry. But my ring, which was from my mother, was taken. Wait, under the bed? Oh, there apparently. I would guess the ring is under the bed somewhere. Or didn't she have it on her? I don't know. Maybe someone actually has it. But my guess would be it's there. We'll see. Well, it looks like the burglar's made up with nearly everything, yeah. Could have sworn. Burglars as well, because there isn't time. Factory, all goods, yeah. We'll be in the world of Herd. Stone Ledger, if we remember that when we find the group. Arms and guards. Going somewhere else to investigate isn't going to help us right now. We should first start by talking all the other people we couldn't talk to earlier. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but I was distracted. Untouched by the burglaries? Okay, yeah. Wasn't that much. Oh dear me. Weren't you the bracers who came to ask questions not that long ago? Oh right, we did come before. I'm really sorry I couldn't talk to you then. So what you came to ask about is what happened last night, right? Yes, that's right. Is this a good time for you? Yeah, this is a good time as any. It was in the middle of the night, you see, when I heard a noise coming from outside. And I, of course, thought it was my husband coming home at such a late hour, so I opened the door and started yelling. But it turned out to be a group of masked men coming out of the Orber factory across the road. I thought my heart was plumb gonna stop right then and there. Although it turned out the burglars were rather surprised and ran away to the north. I see, so it was the Sky Bandits, huh? So what you're saying, then, is that this house didn't incur a loss of any kind? Yeah, thanks to the mercy of the goddess. Can I ask you another thing? Did your husband coming home late mean that he went to the bar? Oh, it was only that. That would be forgivable. In addition to being a no-good drinker, he's obsessed with this. Zeal raised her hand in a casting motion. Oh, I get it. You mean fishing, right? I see now. That's right, he loves fishing more than life itself. Just yesterday he said something about catching some smelt and took off to the lake in the south. And on top of that, he still hasn't come back. So what he's saying is he doesn't know anything about the incident. That's exactly what I'm saying. And when that good-for-nothing husband of mine gets home, he's going to get what for, let me tell you. Hi, honey. I'm home. What a day I had. I was fishing patiently all morning, but I have nothing to show for. Oh, what's this? Do we have guests? You senile old man. My goodness, woman. What kind of fiery tempest has gotten into you? Do you know it's rude to act like that in front of guests? If anyone's being rude, that would be you. I'm dumbfounded that my own husband can just take off to do what he likes at a time like this. Huh? What do you meant by a time like this? Maybe I should explain. Joshua gave Mr. Cubano a brief explanation regarding the burglaries which transpired the previous night. Burglaries by Sky Bandits? You don't say. Now that is terrible. But I think that they hightailed it out of here after my wife hollered at them is hilarious. Guess they got to experience the Cecile effect firsthand. What did you say? Let's all calm down now, shall we? But to think that these Sky Bandits came in the night like they did, then just disappeared like that. I wonder if it has anything to do with the thing he was talking about the other day. He? What do you mean? Oh right, you don't know him. He's my fishing buddy. He's staying at the inn down in the lake shore to the south of here. If I remember right, he said something about seeing a strange bunch near the place the other night. A strange bunch? Now this sounds really interesting. Can you tell us a little more about what you've heard? Sure, I don't mind, but I'm just going to tell you up front that this is all heresy. From what I heard, he just happened to see them by chance as he was out fishing during the night. He saw them leave by way to the inn's front door, and then out onto the road. However, then, when he asked around at the inn in the morning, it turned out that no one like that had stayed there the night before. Yeah, that is rather odd. So was there any type of burglary at the inn? No, nothing of the sort at all. In fact, it's quite there, the meals are great, and it's, well, a place I'd recommend to anyone. But best of all, it's a prime fishing spot. Though there weren't any definitive clues related to the incident, we did manage to hear a few interesting bits. I concur. I especially liked the one that described all the delicious food at the end. That's not what we are talking about here. Although I did find the fishing part to be rather interesting. Unfortunately, if there's nothing going on there, then I guess it wouldn't be worth investigating. Actually, I think it's quite the opposite. If someone had been careless and caused the problem, the army would have thoroughly investigated it. Conversely, the possibility of the sky bandits appearing where there's nothing happening is rather high. Oh, well, I guess that's one way to think about it. And in light of the series of incidents, there's either a spy in the army or the sky bandits are a really clever bunch of thieves. It'll be extremely difficult to corner them only by investigating the incidents which have occurred. We'll need to get one step ahead of them by tracking their movements. I see, so what you're saying is that we should take an offensive stance rather than a defensive one. Then how about we get going? Beautiful Valerie Lake, enrolled in many a rhyme as the Pearl of Le Beau. No matter how many times I yell at my husband about his addiction, he still takes off to go fishing again. I'm just about ready to give up. There's something that really gets my goat about seeing him come walking through the door with such a carefree look on his face. The Kingfisher Inn can be reached by heading south from town and following the new Ansel path. The structure's been built right on the lake shore, so you'll know as soon as you see it. Alright. So that place wasn't hit up by the burglaries, apparently. Yeah. Okay. But still, I feel like I'm going insane without Trino being here in those. We've been fighting since we were kids, so it's weird not having him around. And though he's a business rival, we seem to have this strange sense of solidarity. I'm actually pretty proud of the fact that the two of us built up trade like we have in Bose. Although I'm sure if he heard this, he'd laugh off the notion. Really hope the city will settle down soon. The stock market's cooling down, and at this rate I'm going to show a big deficit this month on my financial report. Just when I had beaten out the Trinos last month too. I wonder when I should tell my parents about wanting to enter the Royal Academy. Fortunately right now doesn't seem to be a good time. Alrighty, let's go to the weapons shop. I'm actually getting quite exhausted talking all the time. I wonder if the army found the crooks who did this to my shop. I sure hope they catch these crooks no matter what they have to do to get them. As it stands, I am seething with anger over what happened. Do we have anything new? No. Do we want to sell anything? One lighter, please. Oh, we can... Oh, that's pretty cool. Makes things a lot easier that way. What's a Carabas? Oh. What is it again? There it is. So like 30 of these. Anything else? Fresh eggs? It's fine. Alrighty, and that stuff, of course. Should I convert some stuff? Could convert some. Try rid of these. Some of these. 100 of these. Guess it's fine. 26,000 mirror. It's to save. A lot of talking. I guess we went everywhere. They went west. He said. I wonder where we could find that then. Stolen ring. Let's see, South Block. Valeria Lake. Wait, are we scared up to the north? I can't really tell. Where could the ring be? Anything new here? Stolen ring. I have no idea where I could find that. Well, I guess we have to worry about that later. Let's just go here, a new answer path. We have now 4 people and we can finally see him in action. He has a huge range because he's a ranged attacker.
Nighty night, kitty cats.
Okay, naughty night, kitty cats. Interesting. What do you actually have? You have quick draw, fires of several rounds in a blink of an eye. You have the arts, and you have soul play as well. This is Joshua. Okay.
Take that!
Seems you came up short.
Curated phone. Dazed, okay.
Take that!
Now asleep, wow. Everything is going off there, apparently. Holy crap. Missed, goddammit. Oh wow. It's not attacking me. That's not nice.
Enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show. He has a deeper voice than I imagined. Well, I guess that's fine. And it missed. Oh yeah, those guys are hard to hit anyway.
Oh, are we done already?
We get the green stuff now. That's good. We need green and red stuff. Miss. And another miss. Could try out a graft, I guess. Quick draw.
Take that!
I missed all of that. Joshua hit though. Oh, he's asleep again. Lovely. And he's dead. Good.
Piece of cake.
I wonder if that's a full party now. Full party members. Maybe the party switches around every now and then. Attack delay. And asleep. Miss. And hit. Everyone's going after him now. There we go.
Oh, are we done already?
Get a green and red stuff. That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, let's just save here before anything happens. With 4 people, we should be able to just attack them now. Outright without any problems. Even with 3 people, that wasn't much of a difficulty problem.
Take that!
Enjoy the show.
Another HP2. Get HP2s every time we fight this guy. It's one way to grind money, I suppose. Oh, it wasn't enough, really? That was unfortunate. And that one missed, obviously.
Take
Go
that!
this time. And this one. Good. And one more hit. Can you do
Take
it?
that.
Of course you can't. Attack delay. Miss. Come on, Shara, you can hit him. There we go.
Seems you came up short.
Lovely tail. This gets healed a bit. Oh, come on, Joshua, you can do better than that. Wow. Really? Josh, right now you can do that. Wow. Apparently, it's untargetable with normal tags right now. That's fine. I feel kind of cheated right now. There we go, finally.
We're good to go.
Missing seems to be a common theme here. Lira Shore. I was there once already. So this is the north shore of Valeria Lake, huh? It certainly seems peaceful and quiet around here. The inn doesn't look too shabby either. I stayed here once before when I was in the area on another job. The wine's great, the rooms are nice. Pretty much what you'd expect from a place like this. Too bad this isn't a pleasure trip. You mean it's not? I at least attempt to toss my cares to the wind for a while. Taking cat naps in a rocking boat by day and filling my belly with food and wine by night. Heaven. This is what a vacation is all about. Come on, everyone. I was just joking. We can enjoy a vacation anytime, but now's the only time we can enjoy taking care of some would-be thieves. Even I, Oliver Lenheim, know enough to get my priorities straight. I don't think this has anything to do with enjoyment or not. Well, whatever. As long as he does his share of the work he's here to do. Let's see if we can find the old man staying here that loves fishing. The guest said he saw some suspicious individuals here 2 nights ago, right? Yeah, we talked to everyone anyway. That's probably a fishing buddy if I were to guess. So we ain't talking to him just yet. Welcome to the Kingfisher Inn. Are you all here to stay? Let's see. Yes and no. How should I put it? We are here looking for a certain someone. Is there a guest staying here who loves to fish? Well, pretty much everybody who stays here loves to fish. We heard he was a friend of the old man who stayed here yesterday. Do you have a clue who that might be? Oh, are you talking about old man Cuvano? You're talking about his fishing buddy? Then I think you must mean Lloyd. Lloyd? He's still around, Lloyd. We know him from Tales of Symphonia. Lloyd? I've heard he's a professional angler who came all the way here from the Royal City. It seems as though he's a member of the Fishermen's Guild there. Sounds like a pretty amazing guy. Do you know where we might be able to find him? He's out troubling a line somewhere, of course. If I remember right, he should be out at the back pier. If you're looking for Lloyd, he's out troubling a line, yeah. Do you have anything new? Already know that. Recipe learned, okay. Welcome to Kingfisher Inn. Please let me know if you would like to stay. My mother and I come here every year on vacation around this time. It's a tradition in our family. My mother seems to look forward to it every time. I kind of feel bad for my father though, as he always gets left behind. The Kingfisher Inn in Bose and the Maple Leaf Inn in Size are my favorite places to stay. Why, someone upstairs, maybe? So fishing rods propped against the rack. I wonder if we do fishing at some point. Dot dot dot. Excuse me. Are you the man named Lloyd who's from the Royal City? Dot dot dot. Wow, he's really focused. He's tuned everything out of his mind but fishing. It looks like this is where my skills come to play. What are you? Just sit back and enjoy. Oliver leaned over, and with a smile that left all kinds of things up to interpretation, blew into the man's ear. Oh my goodness, what the... Who are you kids? And where did you come from? That was a dirty trick to play on him, Olivia. Yeah, that was pretty low. How do you do this evening, good sir? I tried calling out to you a moment ago, but I could see that, like a true professional, your attention was fixed upon your task. You're Lloyd, aren't you? Yes, that's right. But how did you know my name? We heard from a certain old man about you. Do you have some time you could spare to speak with us? I see, so you heard from Mr. Cubano, did you? Yeah, I saw that strange pair of 2 nights ago. I knew it. Could we get you to fill us in a little more on the details? Before that, are your praises or something? Is this somehow related to some sort of crime? We can't say for sure, but there does appear to be a possibility. Gotcha. In that case, I'll do what I can to help you out. It was the other night when I was out fishing on my boats. I was returning to the inn, that tired of the day of battling it out with this lake's guardian. It had gotten late into the night, and it was about the time when everyone at the inn was asleep in their beds. Now hold on a minute, what do you mean by this lake's guardian? I'm glad you asked. The Guardian's a giant salmon that swims the murky depths of the Valeria Lake. It has been the feared king of the waters among the fishing lovers for over a decade. Crap, I shouldn't have asked. It looks like you've thrown a log into the maniac's fire. Is it really that huge of a fish like you say? You bet your last mirror it is. And I've been chasing the darn thing for the last 5 years of my life. It comes and goes in different parts of the Valeria Lake and changes its feeding spots on a whim. I heard from a buddy of mine that it had appeared in these parts, so I came in a run-in from the Royal City. Huh, now that's what I call passion. I can completely understand where you're coming from. Whenever I find something I like, I stop at nothing until I get a hold of it. For example, a bottle of Grand Chardonnay and such. In your case, steal it is more accurate. How about we get back to our story? So Lloyd, what happened when you came from fishing that night? Oh right. I'd returned the boat and was on my way into the inn, when I saw an odd couple head out onto the road from the grounds behind the building. Onto the road? In the middle of the night? Yep, no doubt about it. They headed out on the New Ansel path. At first I thought they were a group of people visiting from the city, heading back home. But it was way too late for something like that. When I asked at the inn the next day, nobody knew a thing about it. Thought maybe I'd seen a couple ghosts or something, man. Ghosts? There are ghosts that come out here? Just so you know, the 2 I saw were a young couple. They might have been 2 lost souls who committed a double suicide after not being accepted by those around them. Oh, tell me more. Oh, brother, a praiser that's afraid of ghosts. Guild is doomed. Not to mention her habit of always wanting to hear more ghost stories and other bizarre stuff. No, isn't your being scared attractive in its own right, Estelle? Not sexy, but cute nonetheless. Like a little kitten shivering in the cold. We'd better watch out, because this little kitten bites. Well, I was just kidding about the ghost part. But the couple did, in fact, seem to be one with a purpose and reason. I say this because the girl was wearing some rather odd clothing. What do you mean by that? I only saw her from behind, so I couldn't say for sure. It looked to me like she was wearing some kind of school uniform, okay? That's getting into strange territories there. A school uniform? It couldn't be. Oh! That's the one from the Kapua family, the one we encountered first. It wasn't one from the Genus Royal Academy, was it? Wow, you really know your stuff, kid. You betcha. My niece goes there as well, and it looked exactly the same as the one she wears. I see. Holy Wen just got a lot more interesting. It's her. I know it's that lying tomboy for sure. We're finally onto her trail. What? So, she's an acquaintance of yours? And while you're at it, tell the two of them not to fret and rush into anything they'll regret later on. My mind isn't failing me. I could have sworn they said something about coming again tonight. Is that true? Yep, we'll meet back here in 2 days, is what the young man said. His tone seemed rather serious, so I couldn't help but think on it. Well, that's understandable. We appreciate the valuable information. Just leave the rest up to us. We won't let them get away anymore. Wait, we won't let them get into any more trouble than they already are. Okay, that's the thing what was saying here. Oh, I see. That's a relief to hear. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders now. Now that that is off my chest, I feel like taking a boat out and fishing again. But there's no time to lose. I'll leave you young'uns to your work. Man, don't you measure up when it comes to that fishing nut. You mentioned something about a fisherman's guild too. I wonder what kind of group that is. So how is this couple involved with the missing airliner incident exactly? If you don't mind telling me, that is. Well, in a nutshell, Shara explained that they encountered Gisette and Roland. I see. That seems to be the person in question, alright. Which means that tonight is the night, huh? Yeah. Looks like we should probably get a room just in case. We're going to be in for a late night tonight. Alright, let's go ask the receptionist about a room. Alright, we shall do that. Can we take the fishing pole? God damn it, I want a fishing pole. I want to go fishing. Will you be staying here with us tonight? Yeah, that's the plan. Hold on, Estelle. If there's anything that we haven't taken care of, we better do it now. Don't want to head back to Bo's after we've gotten a room. Oh, I guess you're right. Not just yet. I understand. I'll reserve a room, so please come back after you've finished with your other errands. Well, we have the stolen ring. I don't know if it's related to that. Let's see. Because I have no clue where that might be. Okay, so I can't complete this quest just yet. Then I guess it's pretty much what we did. Would you like to get a room here? Got a room. Alright then. Please come with me, I'll show you to your room. This is where you will be staying. I will leave you there here, so please relax until dinner is served. This is quite a nice room. It has a certain atmosphere that you just don't find back in the city. Yeah, it's great, huh? It wasn't that expensive either. What to do now? How about we relax until it gets dark? What a nice idea. I'd be more than happy to do just that, but is it really okay to take it easy? Rest when you can. That's part of a bracer's job too. This is a free time, so let's enjoy a meal. Take a stroll, something else. Wow, what a picturesque view. The entire lake looks like it's glowing. Too bad we can't see the royal city on the opposite shore because of the haze. But from here it's easy to tell that this is the biggest lake in the kingdom. This lake is like a fisher's dream come true. I bet it'd be a blast to throw a line in those waters. Then how about it? It might be a nice change of pace for you. Yeah, maybe I will. What are you going to do, Joshua? Me, let's see. There's a book I've been meaning to read, so maybe I'll just sit in that chair and relax. How old are you again? Only geezers talk about sitting back and relaxing. Young boys are supposed to get out and move their bodies. I'll leave that part to you. Sometimes you can be such a drag. Oh well, should hurry up and decide on his fishing spot. Somewhere around that pier looks like it might be a lucky spot for bites. Let's get a fishing pole. Are you going to fish? Pier looks like a nice spot. How about you try too, Joshua? You're not so bad yourself, you know. Just not good as you. I think I'll just sit here and watch it. All the fishing practice has paid off. Okay. Also ask him. Oh, he's not here. Okay. Maybe he had some of the advice. Don't think it isn't. Susan and Oliver are having a drink of chilled fruit wine together. Sure, should you start drinking again when it's only noon? No matter how light the liquor is, drinking too much is bad for your health, right? Don't worry, this stuff is just like water. Still, sometimes we all need to take a breather. I understand you're concerned for Shara, but you can leave her to me. Actually, Shara is not the one I'm concerned about. Huh? Got some good fish in today, so please look forward to your meals. Oh, okay, apparently I'm not taking the fishing pole. But he's not just yet. Over here? Oh no, not here. Okay, only here. Yeah, this looks good. Definitely best spot. Now let's see about casting a few lines. Crap, I don't have a fishing pole. If somebody's at the inn has a spare I can borrow. Right around here. I was preparing for that, but the game didn't let me. I have to ask the innkeeper here. Do you have a fishing pole I could borrow? Yes, of course we do. They're right over here. They're free to use for anyone lodging here. Oh, really? Score! This is a pretty nice rod to be loaning out to anyone. Alright then, I'll put it to good use. Please enjoy yourself. Got a fishing rod, alright. Thought I would use one of these, but apparently not. Guess I'm wrong about that. It's not a real RPG hero. We're not taking just stuff, we're asking for stuff. That's not a real RPG hero, is it? Yes, this looks good. Definitely best spot. Now let's see about casting a few lines. There we go. Let's see, from this pier, which would be the best place to drop a line? To the west around the pier, to the south where the sun is hitting the water, to the east where the shade reaches. Let's use it to the south. Right around here looks nice. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishes. Now what should I do about bait? Alright, let's sit back and relax and see what we come up with. Sweet, I got a bite. Now this is the critical part. How should I bring it up? Read it all at once, wait a bit before reading it in, wait until it gets tired before reading it in. Alright, let's see what we got. A smelt. What a little fishy. George is gonna make fun of me if he sees this. Should I just eat it now? To hide the evidence? Let's see. What should I do now? Continue. Don't change. Knife bait. Holy boots. Curse you, holy boots. This victory is yours. Let's see. Okay. Feeling bad. Use a lure. Libel carb. This one is just my warm-up. Let's see, what should I do now? Continue fishing. Don't change. Try a live bait. Another smelled. What a little fishy. George is gonna make fun of me if he sees this. Just eat it now to hide the evidence. Continue fishing. Change fishing spot. I wonder where the best place to fish is. Sun. Shade reaches. Right around here looks nice. Come on, fishy, fishy. Gonna use lure. I know what a goal here is. Another little carp. Let's do another lure. Wait a bit. A rainbow trout. Now this is quite a catch. Another lure. It's probably just randomized. Smelled. Continue that and change fishing spot to the. Did I just do east? Oh, that's the west again. Right around here looks nice. All right. Just fly. Let's see. Once. Smelled. Continue, don't change. Use another fly. Got a rainbow trout at least, that's something. Wait a bit before reeling in. quite a catch. Continue, don't change. Fly. Smelled. Hobbyist achievement unlocked. Man, it's already starting to get dark. I guess I ended up with a pretty good catch after all. Check this out, Joshua. Look what I caught. Oh. Huh? Joshua? What's this? Book 100 Days War. Seems to have been left on the table. Still picked it up. Wonder if Joshua just forgot this. Being so sharp, he sure can miss things sometimes. Guess I'll just have to take it to himself. Then again, I wonder where he could have taken off to. Let's read it. "10 pages, alright. In spring 1192 of the Septian calendar, a single cannon shot shook the Haken Gate, situated in the northern part of the Libel Kingdom. This marked the beginning of an invasion later known as the 100 Days War, and a moment in which the raging Golden Stallion assailed the noble White Falcon. During this time, the Haken Gate was little more than a reinforced medieval rampart. Had easily succumbed to the round fired by one of the Empire's Rainford Company-built Orbital tanks, leaving a section of the aged barrier fractured beyond repair. And as the Libel Kingdom's other defensive walls were hit in succession by a fusillade, I have never seen the word, fusillade of cannonballs, they too fell under the explosive impact and were reduced to a mountain of rubble. At about the same time that the first cannon shot was fired, a single letter from the Erebonian embassy located in the royal city was delivered to Queen Alicia. More specifically, it was a writ containing a declaration of war by the Erebonian Empire upon the Libel Kingdom. In terms of diplomatic wisdom, the propriety of the declaration was established by being handled prior to the preemptive strike, but in this instance there was hardly a difference in time between when the two occurred. In short, firing the first shot at the exact moment war was declared on the Libel Kingdom made it possible for the Erebonian Empire to guise their preemptive strike as one of the legitimacy when the first bombshell hit. This could be referred to as a new diplomatic wars tactic, though one incapable of being employed without a meticulous level of planning used in concert with an orbital communication system. After the destruction of the Haken Gate, the Imperial Army began its invasion of Libel in earnest. Overall, its troop strength was made up of 13 divisional units. This proved to be roughly half of the Empire's entire military force, and was such a massive deployment that it exceeded 3 times that of Libel's entire royal army. Within a month after the outbreak of war, the Imperial Army had occupied nearly all of the Libel territory. Only the Kranzel region and the Leiston fortress, situated just off the shore of Valeria Lake, remained in opposition. So rapidly were these blitz tactics carried out that even the Calvert Republic, an ally of the Libel Kingdom and longtime rival of the Erebonian Empire, never had the opportunity to dispatch auxiliary forces to aid its partner. However, in the following attempt by the Imperial Army to take direct control over the Sai Central Factory and Amalgam Mine, they instead found themselves on the verge of being forced to surrender to Queen Alicia, who remained entrenched within the royal city. 2 months following the outbreak of war, the battle situation was altered in a way which no one could have previously anticipated. Unbeknownst to the Erebonian army, 3 patrol ships were quietly being developed behind the walls of Leicester Fortress. Upon completion, they were put under the direction of veteran Commander General Morgan, and a large-scale counterattack was launched. These patrol ships, shielded by armor far superior to the tanks of their Imperial counterparts, and mounted with a substantial amount of high-performance orbital weaponry, had also managed to boost their speed to over 1,800 sails per hour. Using these crafts, an independent mobile force lauded as the elite of elite, the Bill's forces mounted an attack and quickly recaptured checkpoints connecting to the various regions, and as this strike was underway, they simultaneously launched an amphibious attack from Leicester Fortress and one by one defeated the remaining isolated Imperial divisions. After just 3 months following the outbreak of war, the larger part of the Imperial Army's remaining divisions finally surrendered. However, as capitulation was at hand, there were indications of a surge of further reinforcements from the Imperial homeland, a move which galvanized other continental nations to follow suit and join the Galvat public in supporting the bill. Together they lambasted the Empire, and a formidable group of allied forces began to materialize. Amidst all the chaos, the Septian Church, in cooperation with the Bracer Guild, called for an armistice, and after approximately 100 days from the start of the war, the hostilities came to an end. In the following year of 1193, and the Royal Villa on the outskirts of the royal city, a peace treaty was signed by both the Lebel and Erebonian sides. Although no indemnification was made, an official apology was offered up by the Imperial government, as they expressed that they had made a grievous error attributed to the tragic incident occurring within their borders. Okay, it was quite something to read. Didn't quite understand all of it, but well. Where may Joshua be? Maybe over here? Oh. There's Joshua. Hey there, laddie. What are you doing, whittling away the evening in a place like this? Not much. How about yourself? Are you done fishing, or are you heading back into battle? No, I've already had my fill. I'm sure it has been a while since I did, though. Oh, that reminds me. Stella held out the book she found on the table. You said you were going to read, but you ended up leaving your book on the table. Should be more careful with your stuff. Oh, that. I actually finished reading it. My eyes were starting to feel a bit tired, so I thought I'd take a walk for a change. Liar. What? You're hiding your feelings again, aren't you? I can tell what's wrong. I can tell that's what you're doing. And besides, that's not really fair. You always find a way to cheer me up when I'm feeling down. And while I may not be as reliable as that, I can still give you a shoulder to lean on. Sorry. It's times like these when you should say thank you and not apologize. You may be smart, Joshua, but sometimes you don't seem to know what's most important. You're probably right. Thanks, Estelle. Very good. Now, that wasn't too bad, was it? Oh, right. In return, how about you play me a song on your harmonica? As you wish. Is The Whereabouts of Light good for you? Yep, that's the one I wanted to hear. Alrighty. Seems to get a lot of attention. I wonder why it is that when I hear the sound of your harmonica in the evening light like this, it makes me want to cry. You're still not going to ask. About my past, I mean. We promised, remember? You were going to tell me when you felt like it. And I wasn't going to ask, right? And considering that 5 years have passed, it doesn't seem like such a big deal anymore. Yeah, it has been 5 years, hasn't it? How can you just live with me and for that long and not have a million questions? That day your father came home with this beat-up kid. Some random stranger who never says a word about his past. Why'd you take him in like that? Well, it seemed like the obvious thing to do. Besides, you're family now, Joshua. Like I said before, I know you pretty well. You love books, you're a weapons geek, and you've got a serious knack for just about anything that comes your way. You're kinda unfair, but you've also got a way of not letting others inside by using politeness like a shield. Now wait a minute. And you're caring. And lonely. Of course, I don't know everything about your past. If you want to make comparisons, I don't know a whole lot about Dad's past either. But it doesn't mean that he and I aren't family, right? Being a family for us has more to do with me knowing his personality, his habits, the food he likes. You know, the kinds of things that only I would know firsthand. And you're no different, Joshua. You make it nearly impossible to argue with you, you know that? It's been like that since the first time we met. You gave me that flying kick to the gut as I was lying in bed. Wounded, I might add. Did I really do that? Yeah, injured and all. More than once. I'm sure it was just a bit of childish play. Blame Dad for my lack of social graces. Yeah, sure, a nice excuse. But anyway, Estelle. What? Let's make sure we solve this whole airliner mystery. I don't know if Dad's been captured or anything, but let's resolve this with our own hands. Sure. That's exactly what I intend to do. Haha. How about we head back to the inn? I'm sure supper's ready by now. Great idea. I'm starving. We need to eat our fill so we're ready for tonight. Alright. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your book, Joshua. Oh, right. I'm actually done with it. And at this point, I just end up being bulk weight. I wonder what I should do with it. Looks like a pretty difficult book, but do you think if I spent some time with it, I'd understand? Sure, you'd be fine. There's already a lot of stuff you know in there anyway. So do you want to take a stab at it, Estelle? Sure, I'll give it a shot. Book collector. I do my fishing? No? Alright. I don't know if you'll believe me, seeing as I'm family, but my brother's dishes made with fish are something to be reckoned with. We look forward to a meal like no other. Two of them certainly drank a lot. Going to have to put in another order to Revenue Village for some fruit wine. He's smashed. Help a fellow out, I'm begging you. I can't take another drink. Wow, I think I've just reconsidered my opinion of you, Oliver. It's pretty rare for anyone to still be conscious after a night of wine or Shara. Well, didn't the two of you come at a good time? How about having a drink together? You're both good for that, right? We're going to eat dinner now, so the answer is no. Come on, you two, when I say let's drink, we drink. It's going to make me very angry if you don't sit down for a glass with me. Oh great, she's already reached stage 2, rage mode. Don't worry, Shara. Oliver said he's good for another couple rounds. How about having him keep you company? What, so you can still drink more, can you? Georgia, how could you just give me to her like that? I can't. Don't you feel sorry for the poor guy? I don't know. Should I? You're like a little demon and cute at the same time too. At least the fish are polite here. I guess you'll be just fine. How about we sit at a counter? I'd hate to bother the two of them. Right, good idea. Please, Shara, I'm pleading with you. You and the fish, don't pour me another glass. The poor guy has to drink a lot. Lots of alcohol. What now? Oh, he smashed. Oh, he's totally blasted. Looks like even a guy who takes his sweet time for everything couldn't stand up to a drunken Shara. Oh wow, what a night of drinking. I've been so busy lately I haven't been able to enjoy myself like this for a while. You're not even red in the face either from all that alcohol. Are you sure you haven't had some special kind of training, Shara? Could have been all the bizarre liquors I drank while I was in the troop. You know, like the ones with scorpions and asps in them. Might have built up my resistance that way, but who knows? Yeah, being resistant to toxins might be possible. Somehow, I don't think that's the case. By the way, what do you plan on doing with him? He's pretty much useless as he is. Let's just let him sleep. He looks so peaceful now. We wouldn't want to disturb him. It's a very high possibility that we'll have a direct encounter with the Sky Bandits tonight. And getting a civilian wrapped up in the middle of it all wouldn't be a good idea. Don't tell me you got Oliver drunk so you wouldn't be able to come along, didn't you? Well, of course I did, and he'll thank me in the long run too. After his raging hangover anyway. And so that whole time, you were just toying with him, weren't you? Let's see, it's getting late. Let's hurry and begin our stakeout around the inn. Don't skirt around something. Quiet you. For the time being, we're going to circle up to the far pier. Understood. Alright then, let's go. Sometimes skip dialogue, it's shit. Shara, please, I can take another. Alright, he is dreaming about Shara. That's a good thing, I guess. Lloyd is staring at an open map. Appears to be a map of Valeria Lake. There are hardly any structures on the west side, and I didn't get many bites either. And all I'm getting on the east side are small-sized fish. Guardian probably won't appear in either of these two places. Guess the best thing I can do is to continue from the shore. I'm going to catch the Guardian, this time for sure. My mother seems to be enjoying the atmosphere. I was the first person to recommend this inn to my mother. Now she invites me to come here with her every year. Good evening. Seeing another group of lodgers is something I enjoy. I'd love to keep company with you if that would be alright. It's outside, okay. Are you going out? If you're going to fish at night, you're going to need an augment light, or you won't be able to see. But it didn't seem really dark outside. The gentleman with you seems to have drunk a lot. Is it going to be alright? If you would like, I'll bring you some water. It's gonna be fine. Seems to be nothing around here, so let's go to the far pier. I don't see anyone. I don't know what kind of business those siblings could have here, but do you think they'll really show up? There's no guarantee, of course, but if Lloyd's information has any truth to it, my best guess is that they'll be here. However, if we move around too much, there's the possibility we'll be seen, and they'll take off. Since the Sky Bandits are supposed to come from the road, it might be a good idea to watch the area. Right, so where should we watch from? We need a place where we can see the road without being noticed ourselves. A place like that would be ideal. Let's do safe before anything happens. Safe. Like here. Hey, what's that? Well, it looks like we're a little early, huh? Yeah, it seems that way. You know, if this were the middle of the day, we could have gotten ourselves a bite to eat on the way. Quit talking nonsense. We're outlaws, remember? Now let's hurry up and get moving. Oh, wait for me, Kyle. I should have known it'd be them. Looks like they're headed for the far pier. I wonder what they intend to do. Shall we take a look and find out? Let's try to get as close as we can without being noticed. Let's do another save. I should have figured they wouldn't be here yet. They always come exactly on time. I really hate those guys. They act like they're so superior, and to be honest, they're kind of scary. No doubt about that. They're quite a clandestine bunch. There's not much we can do about it. This is an order from Don. Seems to be a good place. Yeah, we can hear every word they're saying too. Hey Kyle. Don't you think Don's been acting a bit strange recently? It's just not like him, if you ask me. You know, the whole hijacking of airliners thing. While I admit it was lucrative, now we've got an army clamping down on us, full scale. Not to mention those annoying praisers are now involved. And he's gone and taken hostages and demanded a ransom in return. No matter how I think about it, it seems like Don has gone way overboard this time. At the end, you'll always be just a girl. Deep down, you're just not cut out to run with a bad crowd. Excuse me? Okay, maybe not the best wording, but I meant it as a compliment. If things are getting too tough for you, you're always welcome to try salvaging a life back home. It shouldn't be too hard to get by as long as you don't set your sights too high. Although admittedly, it is a bit colder than LaBelle. Do you think you can just treat me like a kid and I'm not going to get angry? I'd like to see you get by without me. What with your crab cooking and all, not to mention your laundry. Do you really want to go back to burnt toast and turning your underwear inside out? Okay, I see your point. And I really am sick of toast, burnt or otherwise. But anyway, think about what I said before it gets too late to back out. Now getting back to what you said earlier, I do have to agree that Don has been acting pretty weird. Does he expect us to just keep fishing for ransom? We should take what we can get. And I'd like to believe that Don is smart enough to see that. Don't you think he started acting strange about the time that guy showed up? It's the only thing I can think of as to why he started acting like this. Yeah, he was the one who introduced us to those other guys too. He might have even gotten Don to buy into his ideas. Who is that guy and he? It's only a good question. Huh, what's that over there? What's what? Looks like whoever it was they were waiting for finally showed up. 2 people. Looks like you made it. On time as usual, huh? You could have come a little earlier for a change, or even late. Definitely not my type, that's for sure. Say, black-clad soldier. Say what you will, but we're trained to be punctual. Now, if that displeases you, then let me offer my sincerest apology. Relax, I was just being sarcastic. Now I know you guys are definitely not the type I want to be around. Enough already, we don't have time for that. Now, how about we get down to business? Have there been any other developments since last time? Yes, in fact Her Majesty has finally made a move. She intends to contribute to the ransom from her own assets. Seriously? Going to get paid out of the Queen's own pocket? Guess we're pretty close to getting the money then, right? How about the Royal Army? Is there any indication that they figure out where our hideout is? Not yet, but it's only a matter of time until they do. We've received reports that members of the Bracer Guild are on the move as well. At any rate, on the morning of the payoff, you'll need to leave your hideout behind. Yeah, no problem there. Just happened to run into a temporary shelter by chance. Don shouldn't have any regrets about it either. There are way too many suspicious types involved in this. What do you want to do, Shara? Should we just storm in, shoot them all, let Adios sort them out? Get a much better idea. Bad idea? These two siblings appearing here means that the Sky Bandit's airships is parking somewhere nearby. There's not much we could do if they got away again, so how about we try taking that out first? I see, take away their means of escape, right? And then for that, how about you, Joshua? Joshua? Oh, right. Take out the airship first, right? Yeah, I think it's a good idea, too. What's wrong? Your face looks really tense all of a sudden. It's nothing. Yeah, I'm sure it's just my mind playing tricks on me. Don't have much time. I've got to get out onto the road and start looking for that airship before they finish their meeting. Alright, let's do safe. As usual. The party took to the road in search of the location of the airship. And... oh, there it is. They're parked in front of the Amber Tower, huh? This is definitely the perfect place to land since it's off the main road. So what do you want to do, Shira? Should we subdue them? That's one way to go about things, but there's more than double their numbers since the last time we encountered them. Don't worry, even with twice as many guys, there's no match for us. So about we take them all on at once. I don't know if that's the best way to go about things. Oh, it's sorry to keep you all waiting. Ollie? Keep it down, or they're going to hear you. Well, isn't this a surprise? Can't believe you're standing here after you stayed you were in before. Your tolerance is impressive. Who do you think you're talking to? Rather than miss a minute of your fair company, I dutifully puked my guts up and dumped a bucket of cold water over my hat. Voila, I was good to go. Okay, that's one way to do it, I guess. I don't know about that. I think I hear your liver screaming somewhere in there. That's some serious tenacity. Come on, I couldn't let you enjoy all the fun yourselves, right? I had just come out of the inn when I saw you guys hit the road, so I came running from behind to catch up with you. Guys, I went a little too easy on you. Maybe I should have had you down all that brandy at once. That put me to sleep for good if you'd done that, Shara. But anyway, fighting the Sky Bandits here would lack finesse, don't you think? I don't think that's the issue here. No, I'm serious. Even if you subdued them all and managed to arrest the two siblings, there's still a chance they won't tell you where their hideout is. And they might even use the hostages as leverage to demand their release. Well, there's risk involved with whatever course of action you take. Or do you have a good plan on how we can avoid taking such a risk? Oh boy, do I ever... Listen up, everyone. Okay. But if you blow in my ear, I'm seriously going to punch your lights out. Oh, what a disguise system. Kyle, Gisette, it's good to see you made it back. Didn't think you'd be gone so long. So talks took longer than expected, huh? Yeah, but we're nearing an end with our negotiations. We also managed to get a great deal of information about what's going on with the Royal Army. So what you're saying is, yep, we'll be getting the ransom money within a few days. We'll finally be one step closer to making our dream a reality. We did it! Sweet! Cool it down, guys. It's a little too early to be getting excited yet. For the moment, we need to get back to the hideout and report to Don. Alright everyone, pack up and let's get out of here. Roger that. Are we inside the ship? Probably. The temperature outside is 69.8 degrees with 15% humidity. There's a south-southwest wind blowing at the speed of 12 arch. There are no orbital reactions in the surrounding area. It looks like the army isn't patrolling here. Activate the orbital engine and begin transmitting orbital energy to each section of the airship. Aye, sir. Orbital engine activated. Transmission of orbital energy to all sections underway. Orbital floater started. Orbital driver started. Stabilizers all green. Alright. Lift off. Aye, aye, sir. We're probably on the ship, aren't we? Set the drive rate to 40% and maintain cruising speed. I will make sure that we can switch to battle speed at any time. Aye, sir. Looks like we'll make it back before morning. Yeah, I'm ready for some serious shut-eye myself. I've got to report to Don first. Huh? Did you just hear something? No, I didn't hear anything. That's odd. I could have sworn it came from below deck. Maybe it's just a mouse or something. I have to clean up the place when I can find some free time. Oh, there's Estelle. And Joshua. Oh, animated, isn't it? Or is it not? I can't quite tell. No, it's just a transition, nothing else. Alright, we're in a completely different place now. Well, I am tired. Ever since we came here, my night and day have been completely reversed. Just got to tough things out a little longer and then we can say goodbye to this horrible life. With Don as our leader, we can't go wrong. But don't you think Don's been acting a little strange lately? I mean, he's kind of scary to talk these days. How about you knock that crab off? If Kyle or Chesed heard you talking like that, they'd beat you upside the head. But it's just that I'm sure you're just tired from lack of sleep. Let's hurry and finish up here and get some rest. You're welcome to take a rest now if you'd like. Ah, you're those. You're too late. Oh, those poor guys. They're just gonna be one shot, basically. They don't even need anything special against them. Well, I guess I'm gonna use a dual strike there.
Seems you came up short.
Alright. Looks like we were able to get in here without any trouble. I'm amazed that this little plan actually worked. I guess we all have you to thank for this time. But seriously, I was getting pretty nervous. Wasn't sure what we're going to do if we got cards stowing away. Well, even if we were discovered, we'd just have to take control of the airship. And we could have had an advantage fighting against us lot in those tight quarters. Superior numbers mean nothing without space to maneuver in. Olivia, so you've thought that far ahead, taking all of these factors into account, huh? Not in a million years. Are you kidding? I simply thought it would be fun to infiltrate an enemy base. I think we should have been better off if you said nothing at all. Give the poor guy a break. At least we were able to get them here without incident. Anyway, this looks like somewhere in the Nabble Valley. The Nabble Valley? Like the one on the border of Bose and Roland? We were there already. Well, that explains why it's so misty outside. And this is definitely terrain covered with extreme differences in height, which prevent the landing of any large aircraft. Looks like your guess was right, Sharon. Yeah, well, it didn't seem to help us much in getting in here. But anyhow, we don't have time to be hanging around here. We need to subdue the sky bandits and ensure the safety of the hostages being held captive. And of course, your father, Cassius too. Right. Understood. Oh, they're just outright done for. Right. We can go on here. That's cool. Could explore the ship. Shall we do that? Should we explore the ship? Let's do that. Oh, we can rest here. That's cool. So we have the ability to rest in there. That's pretty good to know. I think that'll be a good starting point for next time. So I'm gonna call it here. I changed my schedule, by the way. I'm gonna do 4 hours on Saturdays and Sundays, and 4 hours on Thursdays and Fridays. So that's gonna take into account now. Because 6 hours is kind of difficult for me to bear nowadays. And since it's almost time, I'm gonna call it here. So we're gonna go from 2 till 6 p.m. usually. Maybe if I feel up for it, I'm gonna do longer, but usually I'm gonna go around 4 hours. That's the plan, at least, for now. I thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully see you the next time around. The next time we're gonna infiltrate displays. Tomorrow we're gonna play some more Gothic. We just started a new chapter, basically. We're now dragon hunters. We have to kill dragons. We also have to clear out a bunch of orcs. That's probably what we do tomorrow. Clear out all the orcs in the area and then kill some dragons. Also have to find some more quests and stuff. And we'll see, maybe something else happened over there at Sardis and the other guys. Normal city, I guess. We'll see what's up there. Getting close to the end, we'll see. This game will be next played on Thursday then. So we're going to play Thursday, Trails in the Sky. Friday, Gothic. Saturday, Trails in the Sky. And Sunday, Gothic. So we're going to do this now. And I will do a time off between Monday and Wednesday, except if I feel up for it. But for now, it's getting a little bit much. I am getting a lot of headaches lately, and I have to control it a little bit. So I'm keeping the streams a little bit more down in case I do have a headache and then I have to not stream anyway and I can't compose the schedule and all that jazz. So that's why just keeping it down a little bit more. We should still be able to do like 8 to 10 hours per week. Probably more like 8 hours. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's it for today. Once again, thank you all so much for watching and hopefully have a nice day. Goodbye.